How's your aunt, anyway? How's your aunt, the one who farted for 5 minutes, Carl?
I've not been that well.
What's up with her?
No.
The best chill out album ever. Is she alright?
Yeah, she'll be alright.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so that's the prizes up for grabs.
So we were having two conversations there. I think we're a little bit too relaxed in this show.
Sure.
I mean, people tuning in will just think, do those three people know they're going out live? Or is that a conversation, like, between the records? It's... Do you know what I mean?
It probably sounds like, the record is playing. We think the record's playing, we're just chatting.
Oh, dear. What we got, Carl? What we got? Carl.
One opportunity.
Carl, come on. Oasis, Live Forever on XFM 104.9. Right, we're in the swing of things. It's mine and Steve's favourite bit of the whole show. This is what we do this show for now. Educating Ricky.
Yeah.
Go for it, Carl.
As you said, learning can't be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go for the one... What's the one about the butcher, going down the butcher shop?
You've got get your kit on, we're off down the butcher's.
Yeah.
You going for that one?
Yeah.
Well, do you know the saying, don't let the cat out of the bag?
Yeah.
Do you know what it means?
Yeah, well, don't give away a secret.
Right. Well, do you know how it came about?
No.
Well, ages ago. Before, like...
ages ago. 17th century?
Yeah, before, like...
Yeah, 17's good. Yeah.
Before, like, proper butchers and Dewhursts and supermarkets and that, you used to get these blokes who sold meat. Right.
Butchers, they were called then, I think.
Yeah, but the difference was they didn't stay in the same place, they moved about. Right, so they'd turn up on a street corner, and he'd have, like, loads of carrier bags of, like...
Carrier bags?
Yeah, with meat in and that, and people would
plastic
be like,
carrier bags.
Yeah, with mobile butcher on them.
Yeah.
Right, so
and an email address.
Yeah, go on.
People went, right, I need some meat. Right, so they'd go up to this bloke and say, what have you got? And he'd say, well, I've got a you can have a bag full of pig, or you can have a bag full of chicken, whatever. Yeah. And they'd go, how much? They go, call it a fiver, whatever. Yeah. And they'd buy them, and to make more money, they didn't always fill the bag with what they said was in it.
Oh, I thought that might be the case.
Right. Yeah. So what
did
they used
ever
to do?
Put cats in there?
Yeah.
But I don't see what.
Okay, so sometimes they would put a cat in the bag and pretend it was chicken or whatever else.
Yeah, so
why was a cat any cheaper than a chicken?
Because cats are wandering around the streets, aren't they? Chickens aren't. So they'd get a chicken, they put a chicken on the top so that when they look in it, they'd go, yeah, that's all right. Got a bag full of chicken. They'd get home to make the dinner, and they'd be like, what are we having tonight? And they'd go, well, you'll never guess. And they'd have, like, well, you can have a chicken leg, and...
but it would be a cat. Yeah. They'd have to defrost a pizza.
Yeah.
Did they mind that they were eating cat then, in those days?
He didn't say. He just was saying about the saying, don't let the cat out of the bag. It's like, if they see that, they're going to go mad.
I'm mildly disappointed with this story. It's all right if it's true, but there's something about it. It's just... I want to know more. He always leaves it. Is it Carl doesn't quench your thirst for knowledge? He creates more. I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Well, yeah, he's like the pot noodle of information.
Yeah, do you know? He never. I want to go.
I'm not nourished by it.
It's like if for every fact he tells me, there's 10 others that spring up that I have to get clear.
Well, so it was the people that were doing this. It was the dodgy butchers that coined this phrase. Were they saying to each other, don't let the cat out the bag? I.e., what I mean by that, Jack, is don't let them see the cat.
Yeah.
What we've stuffed in there.
Yeah.
Dodgy butcher, that's another phrase, isn't it?
So that's the first one.
Is that a euphemism, or is that dodgy butcher?
As his meat delivered around the back.
Sure.
So that's that one. So let's get your kit on.
What does that mean?
It's a euphemism for homosexuality.
Okay. And meat, presumably, in that means different things.
It doesn't. It's a word that is also a male bird.
Would it mean chicken or cat necessarily in that context? Or well, I suppose it could.
Yeah. Carl's look at him. Carl looks at you like a cat.
Yeah.
Whenever we leave him behind, if we don't talk like straight at him and let him see our lips moving, and it's monosyllabic and very slow. Look, he's lost in that conversation there. He just drifted off, didn't you, Carl?
No, I just was also thinking on animals and that. Something else I was going to use.
Go on.
Was
This isn't a radio show, is it? I just suddenly caught myself. This is nothing.
I told you that before. It's been bad today.
No, but I mean, it's the way, this casual way that it's like we almost have no regard for our listener, and I'm not proud of that. I just don't know what to do about it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how to do this properly. I mean, we're just chatting here. I mean, it's only Anderson who's seen through us, and that surprises me that more people haven't. I mean, what are the figures like? Do people listen to this show?
I'll find out for you.
You keep saying that.
But, yeah, there's this parrot, and, apparently it lives
I mean, Rick, it's unique, if nothing else. I mean, when you wake up with Woken Tomorrow, you're not even going to hear him start a line with there was this parrot.
Go on, there was this parrot, yeah, go on.
And it can talk and that. Someone's obviously, taught it how to speak and that. And, it flew away, and it's living in this church, right? And people are at the church doing hymns and that. And then
Trouble's brewing.
In between the hymns.
That parrot was owned by an old miner who used to swear a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
then the vicar is going to be really annoyed. That vicar, that vicar's going to go on.
I just hope it stays quiet, Rick, during the vicar's sermons.
Yeah, go on.
Have you read it?
No, go on. Have you read it?
No, because that's what happens, right?
Go on, tell us, Carl.
During the hymns, it's sort of effing and jeffing and stuff.
Jeffing?
Yeah.
And everyone's like going, oh, it's quite funny, really. It doesn't know what it's doing. Everyone's having a laugh.
Yeah.
But it's causing a havoc at funerals.
When did this happen?
Not years ago.
John was a much-loved man. He was a wanker.
Yeah.
So
anyway, that was another story.
What can you say about Uncle John?
Bollocks.
Oh, Carl, I love the fact that when you look at things, you go, that's interesting. The parrot swears at funerals.
That'd be a nightmare.
And it stays with you. You see, for a simple man, you retain an awful lot of knowledge. It's just all rubbish.
It's all
Do you know what I mean? If you just replaced all this rubbish with good stuff, you'd be an intellectual.
Yeah.
Really. Because, I mean, your retention is fantastic.
Yeah. So
Did I lose you again there, did I?
So
was it the word retention?
We've still got Wash Up With You.
Yeah. Should we play a record and do Wash Up With You?
Yeah, we'll play a bit of Aqualung then.
Aqualung! Right, that's Aqualung. Good time's gonna come, innit? Right, Carl, come on in, educating Ricky. So, don't let the cat out of the bag, that's where that comes from. Comes from a crafty butcher. Right, go on then.
So the next little headline is Wash Up With You.
Wash Up With You, go on.
You want to know about that?
Yes.
It's a survey that they did this week.
They?
Yeah, some university did some survey.
Brilliant.
Did a world test on washing up.
Yeah.
And each country were given 140 pots to clean. Brits were the quickest. Yeah. Turkey were the slowest at washing up.
The Turks.
It's not because the little fellas that work in the kitchens with no... Is it?
They can't reach.
Spain were the cleanest, and the Germans were pretty good as well. So...
I don't know where to start with this. Honestly, Steve, I don't know where to start with that. Look at his face.
It was really light, right? We've had the parrot, right? These are things that I found. Found the parrot, right? I've told you about the dog in the car wash.
Right, you didn't tell me about that. You said there's a car wash for a dog. That's all you told me.
Yeah,
the
but
parrot, you said there's a parrot. What? It's a problem at funerals.
Yeah.
That's nothing. Do you understand?
And
they used to eat cats.
what else have we got? There's an elephant in India with sore feet.
Why?
There's an elephant in India with sore feet.
I'm interested. Why?
Tap dancing.
Why?
I didn't write that
He's
much
trying to
about
break Roy Castle's record. He's still going.
Go on. What is it? Think.
It's an elephant, and it was really old. It was about 76.
Right.
And it had sore feet because it's old, and
They don't make stair
and
lifts
the
that big, do they?
roads are bad and that.
Yeah, go
on. They said, what are we going to do? And the town was like, we're used to seeing it around. It's part of the thing, we don't want it to have sore feet. Yeah. So they got some slippers made for it. And it had like a picture of the elephant looking happy wearing some slippers.
I love him! I love Carl, his world. Where did you see this picture?
That was on the internet.
Right.
That's a lesson, though, for any elephants listening. You know, don't wear stilettos to work every day, because it can do your feet in.
So that
But don't elephants have really bad memories?
No, they're really good memories.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good then. No, I just thought they'd forget where they put them. I thought there was something about elephants having bad memories and that.
It goes on, where's my slippers?
Yeah.
I'm sure I left them by the test.
So sorry, there's an elephant walking around wearing slippers?
Yeah, that's in
What
India.
kind of slippers? Those sort of old man ones with the sort of checkered
round
design.
ones, I imagine.
Yeah.
Big round ones.
There was that going on.
And is it happening? Is it happier? I mean, does it feel
No,
more
it
satisfying?
looked it.
Did it look? How can you tell the elephants, please?
What else is there? There was a woman who's had a breast insured for 150 grand.
Right.
Okay. Any more
what?
information there?
What? Third party fire and theft?
Don't know. It had a picture of her with them, like, out. I just thought, yeah, you should get them covered.
He's done another real joke!
Brilliant, that's a proper joke.
He's done, look at his little face, he smiles.
I'd like to see you on one of the sort of TV panel games. If they could bring back sort of celebrity squares, he'd be amazing as the centre square.
Oh, that would be
Wouldn't
incredible.
That be or on Countdown in Dictionary Corner.
I imagine him in Dictionary Corner.
I've come up with cat. If that helps at all.
Yeah. Memplant.
Yeah, what does that mean, Carl?
Just anything you want it to mean. What I've got, there's a dog that's got a cough in Singapore because it smokes 20 a day. Right, okay, another one.
No, it's the last one in it, so we'll save it. The last one we've got is why don't they just
Sorry, what was that? Wash up with you, that was it? But was that it? Survey of washing pots and
I
pans.
didn't understand. You said Italy were the cleanest.
No, Spain.
No, Brits were the quickest.
Yeah.
We were the quickest, but Italy was the
Spain was the cleanest.
Turkey were the slowest.
Yeah.
Spain were the cleanest.
But why weren't we clean then? Because we were washing it. Why were we not paying attention to the
We
bits
did it
of dirt?
rubbish, we did it quick.
We did it quickly, but I don't understand what it was being rated on.
Who was doing it? Was it Annette Newman or Ainsley Harriott?
She's quick. Both of them are quick.
Yeah.
Well, they've got like kind of loads of slaves that do it for them.
Did we use fairy liquid?
Don't know. It didn't have.
Did we use a whole bunch of Boy Scouts?
Didn't say that. It just said, that.
Who had the softest hands? Who had the softest hands?
So it didn't say. I didn't.
Why is it we don't get notified that this is taking place?
I don't know.
When I was a kid, no one ever said, we need recruits because we're doing a survey on who can wash up the quickest.
Are you disappointed in yourself with that one, Carl?
It is pretty dull, to be fair, and that is why we've got to bring in either con merchant or a wine merchant.
Or shut up with your face.
Yeah.
Would you be able to, if I put you on the spot in the next, after the next record, would you be able to give an example of how con merchant would work? I mean, is there something you could do just to sort of experiment?
Should we play record?
I can do better than that.
What?
Ads.
Go on. Travis on XFM 104.9 on Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. We're doing Educating Ricky. Right, final one. Come on, Carl.
Right, what was it? It was, why don't they just get a diary or some paper or something to write on?
Yeah. Because snappy.
I couldn't think of a heading for it. It's basically
Go on.
people who have tattoos. I've never understood it. Right, that they have something put on their arm.
Right, sorry. Have we started the educate? Is this part of it? Are you educating me? This is something that will be useful in my life that I didn't know about.
Yeah.
Go on then.
No, it's just that they've got a machine out, right, that does tattoos. You come up with a design you want, and you this machine scans it, and you put your arm in this thing, and you press print or whatever, and then it does the tattoo on your hand or on your arm.
Like loads of little needles that follow a pattern?
Yeah,
computer.
basically, yeah.
Is it a real tattoo? It's a proper
proper one. The fella said,
well, as long as it goes out, it pierces the skin with a
I just wondered if it's one of those kind of, those kind of...
No, it must be lots of little needles or a moving needle that can go
Sorry,
along
but
it.
how is this cleaned, like, in between each person?
Don't know, probably, I don't know.
Well, no, it's only that if it's one needle, it's just the head, isn't it? If it's one needle that moves, does it like loads of little...
What are we gaining from a machine doing it?
Just because they're going to sort of mess it up.
But hold on, how do you keep your arm still? Because your skin moves slightly. So the machine
it's
won't...
sort of strapped to your arm.
Right,
And
so
the
it's
fella,
spread...
the fella said that the tricky thing was in all this it was the fact that, you know, nobody would let him test it out on anyone else, so he had to do it himself.
But did it work? Because the thing is with a tattoo artist, they can see when your skin's moved and they can see what they've done and they keep wiping it and looking, whereas a machine's just got to trust itself. Yeah. So I think one needle could go wrong. If it was a lot of needles, that it just came down, like, you know, 1,000 needles that was an imprint.
Yeah.
But obviously I'm asking someone who hasn't delved any further than there's a machine that can give you a tattoo. That's all you've got at the moment, isn't it?
Well, yeah, basically.
That's all you've got?
I mean, that's what I've got, because I'm not a fan of tattoos. I don't...
But where did you read this again?
This was...
Internet?
This was on the internet, yeah, it was, yeah.
Okay.
And I just don't understand why people do it. That's what got me attention. Because me...
Sorry, what have I learned from this?
That if you wanted to get one, you know, you can get one done by a machine now. You know, people say machines are sort of taking over and that, and there's another one. But it's just the fact. I mean, I don't know.
So give us the snappy title of this education again.
Why don't they just get a diary or some paper or something to write it on? That's what I always think when I see people with loads of tattoos. Like there's that fella who we were talking about the other week in Scotland who was covered 99% in tattoos. It's just like, what have you done that for?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't get rid of it now. You've done it now.
Yeah.
One of my uncles, right, Tattoo Stan, he's just caked in them.
Tattoos.
Right.
I don't think he's my proper uncle, but it's just like my dad's
Tattoo Stan.
No, my dad's
that's a province in Russia, isn't it?
My dad's got loads of mates who.
When you say he's not your proper uncle,
do you know how, like, when someone comes around, you're alright, Uncle Stan?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And there was my dad had loads of mates like that. There was John the Screw.
Right.
So he either works in a prison or he likes to have sex.
Cabbie. Cab driver.
Okay.
There was Jimmy the Hat. I don't know why he
Jimmy
did.
the Hat?
Yeah. And,
did he wear a hat?
No.
No.
There was Fred the Veg.
You sure he wasn't a relative?
Sorry.
Fred the Veg used to get us like big bags of potatoes and that.
Fred Veg, okay.
And there was Tattoo Stan. Right. And he was just caked in them. And I used to always look at him thinking, why have you done that? I must have only been like, 6
I
or
suppose
7.
if you're born with a name like Tattoo Stan,
exactly,
you're destined, aren't you?
Were
Really?
they like a 1950s gang?
I'm worried about
doing a bank job.
What was his name? The Hat? What was his name?
Jimmy the Hat.
I'm worried about Jimmy the Hat.
Yeah.
Not having a hat.
I don't understand it.
Are you sure he didn't have a hat?
Not when I met him.
Did he ever wear a hat?
I didn't see him that much.
Do you think it was a joke, like, when your mate's sort of like, 8 foot and huge, you call him Little John or Tiny? Do you think
the fact that he never wore a hat?
Yeah, they went, hold on, I've noticed something about Jim. Go on. No hat. And I go, oh, true, let's call him Jim the Hat.
Jimmy the Hat, yeah. But my Uncle Stan, he had like loads of them. He did them himself.
Oh dear!
And it was always that thing.
God. What was it? Things like
he had like the
cross
cut here,
made in Britain.
And if you're going to do them yourself, I'd say at least make sure you're sort of a good drawer.
Yeah,
and don't do it in the mirror so it comes out backwards.
Well, that was the other thing. But like, I remember he did. Names are all right. He had like all his kids' names down his arm. And,
what are they called?
Yeah.
Oh, God, it's
Tattoo Stan Jr.
Yeah.
And
Paul shits to bed.
I'm trying to.
Wobby Kate.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Frankie never amounts to anything.
Oh God!
So he had like
Johnny, I don't think he's mine.
So he did all this. I don't even know why I'm telling you about tattoos.
No, nor do I, Carl.
I was watching. Did you watch The Mammals in the week?
No,
David Attenborough.
No.
I was thinking actually, right, all this MTV stuff. If there's one reason why I'd like to do it, is I was watching Attenborough, the Mammals programme. I reckon I could do something like that. Right. And just have like me instead of Attenborough, like a young sort of fresh person.
Yeah.
Watching like certain animals and saying, "Do we need these?" Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh God! What's going Death on Earth?
Well,
that's amazing. Do we need these?
And,
No, 'cause there's loads of
and the
stuff.
audience at home would vote. Would there be something like telephone
like a
vote?
vote out system.
Oh,
the thing is like, it's something interesting that Attenborough was saying the other night on
Do we need these?
on Jonathan Ross's show, on his telly show, right? He was saying, he said you could take all the humans off the earth and it would carry on. But take, like, some animals off it, mammals and that, you got problems on your hands. I thought that was quite interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like, the question is, do we need these? Is that part of the big thing?
Right.
Like jellyfish.
Yeah.
We've talked about jellyfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which mammals in particular were
You
you
talked
watching
about that
that you
Zoe Ball
thought-
show, haven't you?
Hey?
Which mammals were you thinking we don't need when you watched the show the other night? Any in particular that you thought they don't need them? They're not of interest.
Well, I like whales, but I don't know what they do. And they're taking up quite a lot of room.
Sure.
But stuff like,
Yeah.
but like jellyfish, I looked into because
Yeah,
you know,
well,
I was
I know you
talking
don't
about them, and they were saying they've got no eyes, no heart. There's something like 97% water.
Yeah.
They're blind, and they do about 33 miles a day.
Right.
So it's like, do we need them? Could we clear them out?
Yeah.
Well, the big net.
That would be like the programme. What? Right, we'll get rid of them. Next week we'll be looking at
Rhinos.
I think it's genius. Honestly, I think it's genius. And like going along, sort of like picking up sea anemones and going and just lobbing them into the sea.
Well, what do you think about MTV doing that? And then I just, in between the bits,
Play music videos?
I play music related
relate
to
to it.
fish, so I could play like fish,
Yeah.
like Rock Guy, or the animals,
Rock lobster.
yeah, or what else could
This
I get
could
in
run
there?
and run.
What other songs have got animals in them? The
Well,
monkeys, could play the monkeys.
Yeah, there's about 1 million, so let's not start this.
No, but do you know what I mean?
So do we need this?
So MTV flies you around the world
And
to the
you-
most incredible exotic locations. You sort of climb up a tree or whatever next to, I don't know what lives up a tree, some kind of rare parrot. You say, look at
Sloth.
that, it's colourful,
Sloth.
it's interesting.
Oh, you like sloths, don't you?
No, they just live up trees, but I'd say, do we need them?
Why?
Well, what do they do?
What do you mean? What do they do? What do you want from an animal? Carpentry. What
Well,
do you
like,
want?
I don't like scorpions, right?
Right.
But then I found out they look after those monkey things.
They're not monkeys, they're lizards.
Well, all right, yeah, then lizards. They look after the lizards. So there's a reason.
But do you need the lizard? Could be your
Well,
next
yeah,
question.
because the local people made shoes out of them.
But not when the scorpion protected them, they didn't.
All right, we don't need them then.
So ultimately, would anyone decide? I mean, do the animals kind of get a chance to mount a case for their survival? I mean, is there maybe someone that comes into their corner and sort of defends them?
I'd have like a David Attenborough type character who says, well, they do this, and I'll go, yeah, but do we need that doing?
Yeah. Okay. So what does an animal need to do in order for you to feel that it sort of gets a chance of life? I mean, like a pet, like an animal, like a dog maybe, or a cat. I mean, they give a certain affection to its owner. Is that a valid reason to survive? Not particularly for you.
Not really.
No, okay.
I've been saying that though. Blind people use dogs, so they are useful.
So dogs are useful. Same
Farmers
burners,
use
they
dogs.
often save people, don't they, in snowy weather?
Cats. I'd have to think about it.
Okay.
Keep the mice down.
Yeah, but you got rent a kill. So
Okay.
what I'm saying is something that will affect the world.
Right. I think you'll find everything does.
Except Carl. I'm not sure what effect he's having on the world.
I'll tell you what though, Steve, right? Did you watch the mammals?
I didn't see the mammals.
They had bison on it.
Right.
The weirdest looking things you've ever seen.
Yeah.
They've really
Again, you're on dangerous ground here,
no,
Carl.
but they've really got it's like, decide what you want to look like. It's just a mismatch of stuff. It's got a really big hairy head.
Yeah.
Unlike you.
Sort of bald at the back.
Right.
Sort of
It sounds like
thinner.
someone you went to school with.
Was there two of them? Oh, brilliant.
From the album Original Pirate Material, it's obviously The Streets, and an album track from that, It's Too Late. Fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know everyone's raving about it being, one of the albums of the year, but it is, I think.
It's great. That's brilliant. I love the backing as well. It's just so good. The lyrics, the things that go, they're my favourite band of the year. Next week then, we'll do all our favourite songs of the year, shall we?
No, I think it's got to be 2 weeks' time, hasn't
Oh,
it?
2 weeks, is it?
Yeah,
We'll do
I'm
the
away
Christmas.
next week as well.
What do you mean you're away next week? What are you doing? Zoe Ball show?
I'm going up north again.
Why?
So Claire's going to be here with you.
Okay. Yeah, at least
What are you doing up north?
she does her job.
Just Suzanne's dad's birthday. So
I bet he's a party animal. I've heard that they really kick off, don't they? Is it? Yeah. Mental.
so
Are you raving?
can't concentrate now.
Oh, well, he's all stressed because the lady from MTV's here. She's going to film his little face.
So
the things he said in the week, he was so worried. He's got worried about the spot on his head. That won't come out. Just you got your best side.
He's on that side. That's all right.
Yeah, the camera's out. Look, he's getting nervous now. Okay, Carl, ignore the camera. okay? Just ignore the camera, okay? Now, me and Steve have done our research for you, and we've got 2 amazing things to tell you. What should I tell them first, about the baby or the...
Well, they're both equally fascinating, so you choose.
I'll tell you the crab thing first, right? Steve actually saw this thing in The Guardian of the Week, about our research thing, and then we looked into it on Friday, and it is incredible. Right, listen to this. There's a thing in a bay in, New England, right, where it's like the biggest, they make silicon chips and stuff for computers, right? And because of the data protection thing, after they've done them, because they have to destroy the plates, right, where the information's sort of put onto them, but there's still flakes of silicon. They sort of grind it down straight away, and some of the flakes got into the bay, okay, but some of the information is still on even the slight granules of silicon. Anyway, gets in the water, and silicon is rather like a carbon derivative. They reckon if there'd been life on another planet that wasn't carbon-based, it'd be silicon-based. Because like simple sugars and proteins, it's just COH and that, and it can work with silicon, right? Anyway, the crabs have been taken up, they're still in the water, and they looked out on the beach, and over years the crabs have started sort of putting themselves in formations, like geometric format, and they couldn't work out why they were doing this. And when they put them in the experiment, they sort of like chopped them up, and they found they'd taken on silicon, and it had sort of got into their brain, and they were downloading information. They picked up little things, because it's just chemical, electrical impulses that got information off the silicon chip, and they were interfacing it. But this is the amazing thing. One bloke sort of thought of this, and he thought, well, if it's a simple computer, the brain, if it's just a simple sort of electrical thing, then maybe there's sort of, we could get it down. So what they did is they made a thing called a biointerface, and they put it into the crab's brain, just a really simple brain, so it's measured on Mongar, right? And it got impulses from it, and they were getting like computer readers, just flashes of like symbols and geometric things right on this screen to read the crab's brain, and it was stuff like fragments of a.
What made them do this in the first place?
Because they saw the crabs behaving differently. They were behaving differently to each other. They were just like they were, intelligent, and they were sort of solving problems and all this sort of stuff. Anyway, when they downloaded the thing, it was like they found one of the secretary's names where it had been on the silicon chip, where it was just like a flash of a computer screen. But the most amazing thing is, they downloaded a memory, right? It was like a snapshot where it had been burnt onto the retina of the crab, just a snapshot of something, and it was like a picture of the beach, like a couple of years ago, right? And they also did, incredible, it was like just a digital black and white sort of thing, so they could see what the crab had seen.
Amazing.
Jeez.
Amazing.
So
intelligent crabs.
What are they doing with them now?
Super brain.
Well, they think this is the upshot. They think they could use it as spy crabs, because they could get these crabs. Also, the other thing is, as generations went on, right? So they put a crab in the sea or something, right? Lots of crabs in, and then as generations went on, a newborn crab, they downloaded the memory, and it had the memories of its great all together. It had every memory that any crab had been related to it beforehand, because it passed it on. It just passed it on.
So not even ones that had been eating the silicon stuff.
Yeah, no.
These are just like ones that have had kids.
Yeah,
and they've got like,
and they know so you'd know everything. Your everything right the way back.
So would that work if we ate silicon?
Well, possibly.
So what are they going to?
Well, they can use them for all sorts of things, though. I mean, that's what's incredible. I mean, I don't know how you would train it particularly. I don't know, it'd be quite tricky to train, but I'm assuming if they can do it that way, then presumably they can give it like certain silicon information, which they can then plant in it, if you like, within its sort of food.
Also, if you get them onto enemy beaches, you'd have like 1,000 digital cameras just
sneaking around. You could get Osama bin Laden or someone.
They don't understand the information they've got.
No, they don't know they're doing it. They just download them.
So it's not like you could torture them and they wouldn't be able to sort of give you the information, because they wouldn't know what information they had, because they're just. But
the first crab they downloaded, they just kept seeing the same picture of a big crab feeding it, which they
really,
yeah,
wow, that's what, like its mother crab or something.
Yeah, just memories of it as a child.
But they're not in colour, presumably.
No, it's all in black and white.
All in black and white.
It's just a digital camera because it's just they don't see in black and white, so it's just like a I don't know. I think it's burnt onto the retina or something. And the only one that they kept were the ones they saw a lot of the time.
I mean, in a way, some of the educating Ricky I've got for you today is on the similar lines.
Right.
Oh, you've got to be impressed by that. You've got to be impressed by that.
That's pretty good. I mean, I'm interested to see, you know, what they do.
What the crab developments are.
But yeah, no, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I mean, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, just digest that information, because that's not even the most impressive one we found.
I think it is.
I suppose it's pretty impressive, but the next one's maybe more shocking.
Okay, right.
But let's play a tune, and Ricky's got another extraordinary The Cure, Love Song, classic on XFM.
So that's the crabs that you can download their memories.
But what about other animals that are in the sea, in that same sea, eating the stuff? Have they tested them yet?
I don't know. I think they just took it on because their biology, something to do with, I presume they could take up minerals and, you know, I don't know why. I don't know. But anyway, next one, it's just on the horizons, a bodybuilder, yeah?
This is freaky.
Married another bodybuilder, right, and they're pregnant, and they had these tests, and the baby was very large, but it was causing it pain, right, in the thing, right, and after this
it's almost bizarre, and like,
yeah, after the female woke up pregnant after 7 months, and the baby
was walking around.
No, it forced its way out of the vagina.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it forced its way out. And it was
almost had like super strength, like,
and it was pulling her along by the umbilical cord, and they had to, and it was a stone.
Extraordinary. That's freaky. I mean, you're talking about freaky stuff.
That's made up.
What?
It wasn't pulling her along.
It was putting, she could feel it.
Exactly. And it was, do you know what I mean? Like, just went, and just sort of squeezed its way
out, because it was ready, because all the hormones.
Because it thought it was ready.
Oh, God.
Imagine that. Just waking up and finding that in the bottom of the bed. Freak out, wouldn't it? Because you'd think it was a nightmare initially.
And it had hair and everything, didn't it?
Yeah, because all the hormones there, like hair.
There was something in the week about, you know, you've got test tube babies and that now, haven't you? But they've managed to do it. I only caught half the story.
I knew he'd be more impressed by the crabs than that. He doesn't care if it's human.
No, I am. I'm telling you though, that there was something. I only caught half the story because I was busy. But there's something about babies being able to be born without having any people involved. Or something. It's like putting them in an oven or something, and it's like a cake. And after a certain amount of time, it's ready.
I think you can buy those in Argos for kids at Christmas.
It's my first baby kit.
Yeah. There's Play-Doh, I think, that they can buy.
Yeah. So what do you think of that then?
The baby one.
Yeah.
I prefer the crab one.
Yeah.
But the baby thing's pretty horrible.
Yeah.
So it was bigger than like the average.
Both made up. We made those up.
Yeah, they're both rubbish. They are both rubbish. Despite the fact they're both rubbish.
Yeah.
They're interesting.
We made those up. Both those stupid stories up.
Yeah.
Imagine downloading a crab's memories and seeing its mum feeding it as a child.
Both utter rubbish.
I had trouble.
Yeah.
I know I was going to have trouble with pushed its way out of the vagina.
Yeah.
I practiced that about 30 times yesterday with Stephen. I was going, I'm not going to be able to do it, mate.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to say that.
Yeah.
Are you disappointed?
A little bit. I mean, the baby one's a bit sort of out there.
Yeah.
I wasn't really having that one.
No.
But the crab one,
See, now, what's interesting, I think, is a useful experiment, Carl. I don't know what it's taught you about yourself, but would you say that that's revealed to you a certain thing? I don't know, maybe that you're a bit gullible. I mean, you know, what I'm saying is maybe you shouldn't accept or swallow hook, line and sinker everything you read on the web. You not think maybe a valuable lesson?
I feel bad because I said to Steve, he won't be annoyed that we conned him, he'd be annoyed that they're actually not true. You'd love that crab thing to be true, wouldn't you?
It wouldn't surprise me if it did happen one day.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, and then he's laughing.
And it's in the break when I said about the crabs, you know, I'm keeping them then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on then, do a film review, quickly.
Right, well today on film review, we're doing classic films, and today we're looking at Elephant Man, John Merrick, one of his better pieces of work. It's a sad film. I've never really been able to watch it all the way through.
Sorry, John Merrick's better piece of work was him being the Elephant Man, played by John Hurt.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Sad film. When I was younger.
Tell us a bit about it. What is it about?
Who's John Merrick? It's about a fella who's got a funny head.
Right, tell us this.
And he lives in I think he lives in London in like about the 1930s or something like that, and he's being picked on all the time and stuff. And first time you watch it, you'll probably cry a bit, and then the second time you watch it, you're just sort of thinking, God, that would be bad, sort of having a head like that being picked on all the time. Then the third time you watch it, you might think, how does he get his jumper on? Then, I don't know, I'm probably bored of it the fourth time. but it's well worth watching, so Elephant Man.
Brilliant.
Yeah, see it.
Brilliant.
I think if you want to get on TV, Carl, you'd be better as the subject of maybe like an omnibus documentary. Living with Carl.
He had some Germans laughing at him on the tube because they recognised him. You don't think of that?
Well, because obviously Ricky doesn't travel on the tube anymore. He's too rich for that.
I never did. I always thought it was beneath me.
Sure, but
I used to walk everywhere, didn't you?
But I'm still forced to. Take the tube, and I sat on the tube, and it pulled up, and outside the window, just happened to be on the station, was one of the posters with us. So I was kind of there, not realising it was behind me, and these big kind of fat German or maybe Bavarian guys.
Well, they're in lederhosen eating sausages.
Yes, they were.
They're Bavarian.
Yeah, they were. And I noticed one of them kind of looked at me, and then looked at the poster, then looked at me, just happened to say it, and wittered something to his friend in German. I don't want to try and do an impression.
That's freaking goggle-eye.
Oh, wow.
I think that... No. But I know what you're thinking it means. It doesn't mean that.
Right, okay.
It means...
What's a rough translation?
Elegant boy.
Right, okay, yeah. And so anyway,
That's freaking goggle-eye.
He pointed out the poster, and his
That's
mate...
lanky piss and streak.
And his mate burst into laughter. And then we pulled
they've got a great sense of humour, the Germans.
Well,
that's the thing.
But we rumbled onto the next. We rumbled onto the next station, and the poster was in exactly the same place. And this time they tapped the shoulder of someone else on the train and pointed me out. And that person also laughed.
An Italian. There was a French. Was there a bloke with a beret and a little moustache on the other side?
Yeah.
Was it United? Did you get on the United Nations Express? Imagine that.
Yeah, it was fake.
See the freak. Look at his freaky goggle eye.
Right, whereas I love the fact that before you were at least pretending to be speaking German. Now this is an Italian with an accent. It's just a guy speaking perfectly good English.
Same.
You've not even disguised the insult there.
Oh dear. That'd be lovely.
Try and insult me in other cod languages.
You could bring Europe together if they just instead of Esperanto, that there was just one common language. The language of freaky goggle eye.
I'll tell you what would bring the Europe together is you maybe representing England on the Eurovision Song Contest.
That would be great.
With a self-penned tune.
Should I do that?
That would be magnificent. It's got to be worth thinking about.
Just about everyone being the same.
Yeah, just about people being equal.
Everyone, not
and also mentioning the euro. Yeah.
Just doing that. I like all different cheeses.
Oh, je t'aime la musique pop.
Yeah.
La baby belle. Et le cheddar. I'm not fluent in French.
Le grand fromage.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be lovely, wouldn't it? And they'll all be there, all in their different.
Well, every
uniforms.
line could be maybe in a different language.
Yeah, and what would I wear? I'd wear sort of like a kilt.
You'd wear a kilt, but you'd also have on your head one of those kind of big, what are they called? Those big furry hats that beefeaters or whatever wear. Or
one of them.
Is it kind of a busby or something? A busby?
Yeah.
Wear one of those, or maybe a kind of policeman's helmet, a Bobby's helmet with the kilt.
Yeah,
you'd have the clogs.
I'd wear the policeman's helmet under the kilt, so they just thought I was really enjoying the show.
Yeah. Good idea.
Hey,
excellent. I think we talked for about 3 minutes without having to mention some kind of genitalia.
We should celebrate by playing one of my tunes of the year.
Really? What one is it?
U2 Electrical Storm.
I know you're a big fan.
Good choice. Well done.
Cheers.
I've said in the past to you, Rick, that my grandparents, so I love them dearly, but it's like for the last 30 years they've been waiting to die.
I know.
It's like they just it's like, the novelty wore off of life.
Life in the 50s.
Yeah, they got kind of bored of it. Life, in the 40s, it was brilliant. All sat around the old Joannas, the bombs fell, singing. They loved that. The 50s, that was great as well, because that was the post-war years. It was, it was a bit tight in the pocket, but it was all right. Everyone pulled together. And then the 60s came along, all the crazy music, the funny hair.
Let's stay in bed.
They basically stayed in bed. And it was one Christmas when my grandmother said to my dad, what do you like for Christmas? What do you fancy for Christmas? And this must have been, I don't know, 20 years ago. She said, what do you fancy for Christmas, Ron? And he went, well, I could do with a nice big kind of warm winter overcoat. She said, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that, because your father will be dead soon. It's what you can have his. Meaning my granddad. Well, to be honest with you, my father's still waiting. which is good news. Good news for my grandfather. Less good news for my dad.
Freezing. He's freezing. He finds out, how is he today? He's fine. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm freezing.
It's such a weird mindset, that. I think it's that, to me, is what sums up people from that older generation, the 40s and 50s. And it seems to me that you've got that kind of mindset. It's like you were born in the 30s. And whenever you talk of your childhood, it's like you had like a baked potato to take to school. And a hoop and a stick is a Christmas gift.
The other thing is, I think that that sort of generation, it seems that the man is dependent on the woman. There's a total dependence.
Oh, absolutely,
If she dies, he's done.
Yes.
He's done for. It just pine away. If he dies, she's got 30 years of pottering.
Absolutely, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And going to, like, the youth club and the church.
I know what you mean, yeah.
It's sort of like that. It's sad. Of course, it's sad for them, but it's not the end of their life.
No, sure.
And it sort of is the other way around. I don't know why that is.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
That's a little melancholy thought for.
I know. I've really you brought it down. You've brought it down. I've brought it. This isn't a nice show at all. This is terrible.
Well,
we're going to have people just killing themselves. What?
Well, I didn't really want to make it a Christmassy type show because I don't really like it.
Oh, he's done it again. Well, you did Christmas once, didn't like it.
No, my dad always said...
Oh, right, steady on.
Dad said Christmas morning was for, like, for me. So he used to stay in bed. So he never...
That's brilliant. That's a great thing to say, isn't it? Yeah. Christmas morning's for you. Run wild. Do what you want. Just don't bother me.
I'm going to Honolulu for 2 weeks.
That's great. Dad, it's Christmas. Do I have to do anything? No.
So my mum used to get up because she used to like to see my face light up, when I opened my presents. And then...
to give fireworks.
And then I'd have to go to my bedroom from about 6 o'clock onwards because, like, my mum and dad were into having big Christmas parties and I wasn't, like, old enough to go.
Right.
So they'd say, right, you've had your fun there, you go up to your bedroom, stay in there.
Really?
Yeah, I remember one year, right, I got a train set, that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Right? It's brilliant. Playing with it all day. I thought, I don't mind about the party, I'm happy staying up here playing with this. Brother comes in, he's had a few, right? He's going, yeah, give us a go on your train.
How old is he?
He's a bit older than me, so he might have been like, let's see.
Well, let him be 18.
Probably about 18, 19, something like that. I had a train set, so I don't know, about
14.
Something like that. Yeah. Right, so I'm playing on that, loving it and stuff. And then he comes in and goes, oh, gives a go. He turns the transformer up to like 14. He went really fast for about 5 seconds, broke it, and then he went back downstairs.
Wow.
So Christmas, I hadn't even got to
Sounds
Christmas
like the Conservative government with British Rail.
Satire, though.
Satiric, I just thought that there's satire. If there's any satirical shows listening or magazines.
It doesn't work in any way because there's the analogy falls down apart from there being a train.
Think it through though. British Rail was trains.
Yeah.
And the government broke the trains in many ways. They didn't break them, like not officially breaking them, but they kind of...
It does work. It's perfect.
Oh, I'm very pleased with that.
And I can't... And no one's asked him to be on Have I Got News For You.
It's weird, isn't it? Because it's strange that when you've got a satirical mind that's as quick as that.
Yeah. And he's broke your little train set. So what did you do?
I just watched telly and had some sausages.
I bet you were happy with that though, weren't you?
It's a bit annoying though, isn't it, when your main present of the year has been broke.
And did it ever get it fixed?
No, that was it. Put away.
I'm intrigued why your parents wouldn't let you come and join in the festive fun. Was it like really debauched down there? Was it like eggnog everywhere?
Well, no, but I mean, that's fair enough. 6 is a little bit early, but I just think, if you're a kid, he had his fun, put him to bed at 8 maybe. And
do you think so on Christmas Day? I thought that was a day for family.
Well, not if there's a party going on.
Well, don't have the party on the Christmas Day.
Well, that's another option.
Yeah. Your parents are weird, aren't they? A strange breed.
Well, I think that was the year, right? You're talking about buying presents and stuff. I think I did treat my mum I didn't buy my dad anything. I think that was like when I got a bit older, I used to get my dad something because he wasn't that bothered anyway. No. So, got my mum, there was a cheap shop, right?
Of course.
Thank God for that.
Called Snips. Right? So I went in there and I thought, let's see what I can get her. And remember Victoria Plum?
I don't think so.
Well, it's like a fairy character.
Right.
And my mum's into gnomes and stuff. Right. So I thought, right.
She must be pleased with you then.
Victoria Plum. I was thinking, is that one of the neighbours? Is it like a brandy
liqueur?
Do you remember
Victoria Plum?
Victoria Plum.
Victoria Plum, yeah. It's like a little fictional sort of character, right?
Okay.
So I saw it. I thought, yeah, she'll love that, right? So I did my paper round, saved up for 2 weeks, right? Got that sorted. Went to Snips, bought the Victoria Plum. Next day, I'm in town with her, right? So I think, I know what I'll do. I said, come in here a minute, right? So we go in and we're looking around and I tested her, right? I went, look at that there. That's all right, isn't it? And she goes, oh, it's bloody awful.
Oh, Carl. Oh, Carl. Oh, God.
So then Christmas Day comes. I said, don't bother opening it. She said, no, why? I said,
Oh,
"Don't."
no. Why did you still give it to her?
So, well, it's too late. I'd already bought it.
Oh, Carl.
So she opened it, and I was like, and she said, oh, that's nice. I said, why are you saying that? I said, the other day, she said, it's bloody awful. She said, oh, no, I thought you were pointing at something else.
Oh, no.
So that's why I don't get anyone anything anymore.
Oh, God. Play record. Oh, God. Oh.
Right, here's the last clues of the year. You had, there's a load of letters there asking for advice. Put them on Claire's desk.
Go on,
that was
no idea.
F. That was for foreigner. For Rainer.
I don't know what you mean.
Claire Rayner. She took advice. She gave people advice. So that's a foreigner.
That is shit.
Right.
I'm sorry. That may be Christmas. That is absolute
A
garbage.
lot of people got the right answer.
I know. Well, that annoys me even more.
Number
The
2.
second one, ask your mum.
Foreigner.
Yeah.
Foreigner.
Second one, ask your mum if you should. That was S. That was Shalimar. Shalimar. Right?
No, bizarrely, what was the clue there?
Ask your mum if you should.
No, we got a lot of people saying Smashing Pumpkins as the answer to that. But I don't know who's saying that today, Mum. Smashing Pumpkins. Merry Christmas, Mum. Smashing
Thanks
Pumpkins.
very much. Nice bollocks.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Right.
Smashing Pumpkins. Your dad bought them for me for Christmas.
Yeah.
And the last one,
Lovely plums. What, my Victorians?
Oh, God.
right, we've got to wrap it up.
Come on, then.
A couple of people were arguing in the supermarket at the fruit and veg counter. That was B. That was Banana Drama. They were like having an argument.
What do you mean banana drama? What, no, wait. What group is banana drama? What group is banana drama?
So-
You're a fool. You're a twat.
When you say that, but you accuse Carl of that, you're also accusing lots of the listeners, including the winner, Nicola Rogers, of London, and she wins those great prizes, and she got them bang on, so...
Banana drama.
So can we finish there now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you mean? What do you mean? Can we finish there now?
Just play the ads and go.
What?
No, what are you talking about? We're going to play Jodie Whittaker Rivers in your all day.
Play that then.
Goodness me, Carl, look at you.
We haven't got time.
Merry Christmas, Carl.
Merry
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah,
Carl.
enjoy the show.
Let's give him a little kiss.
Oh, little kiss.
Oh, no,
with tongues, it's Christmas.
Don't. Stop messing about. Get up!
Can I just ask Carl how he got on over Christmas? Because the last time I spoke to him, you hadn't bought a present for your girlfriend. I have to say, I was on tenterhooks all Christmas.
Well, you changed it. After that show, I felt bad, even though I shouldn't have done, because...
Because you hadn't bought your girlfriend a Christmas
Yeah, but I
present.
said to you, I booked a table at a hotel in Covent Garden, had Christmas dinner there, which was nice, right? It's good food and everything.
Didn't feel like enough to me.
Well, then I went out and treated some stuff, and then...
No. A couple of days before Christmas, he went, I took Suzanne to that hotel we're going to go to for Christmas dinner. We had tea and cakes. And I went, oh, you treated her? He went, no, she paid for it, but I was just showing her what it was going to be like. That was her extra treat. She paid for it. I love that.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Well, it was a dear. It was like 150 quid for a meal for two, which is pretty dear. So I'm not going to buy her cakes as well.
I love that. All right, love, have anything you want. You pay for your own pudding. I'm not mental.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You treated her to some other
Yeah,
stuff.
some bits and bobs. And then
So
yesterday,
she chose them and you paid for them.
what, the presents?
Yeah.
No,
Or you chose them and she paid for them, but, you know, it's the thought that counts.
I got them on the way home that Saturday.
Well done.
And what did you
Past
buy?
some shops. Well, just some bits.
It might be personal, Steve.
Well, I don't care.
Just some bits.
Yeah,
Just
but
bits and pieces.
leave out the personal bits. What bits?
Just little things. And then yesterday, right?
A monkey wrench and a new washer for the shower.
Yeah. Some recordable CDs that you need for your job.
Oh,
So,
dear.
no, when you gave those presents to her, did her face light up?
Right. I don't want to tell you what they were, right? But she wasn't that impressed.
You're going to tell us what they were now,
tell
Carl.
us what they are.
You even know what they are. She told you on Christmas Day.
Hold on, wait a minute.
But it doesn't matter what they are.
It does matter what
No,
they
it
are.
doesn't. It doesn't
does, Carl. It's you, mate. Of
No,
course
it doesn't matter.
Oh, God!
Have you just remembered?
Yeah!
Right, but there's no need.
I've got to tell him, Carl. I really want your permission because I don't want to be I know it's not, but we know it's not that embarrassing. It's really quite sweet.
Yeah, but in a way, right, the way I look at it is, right, Christmas even when I was a little kid, right, is not...
Please let me tell him, Carl.
Well, let me just tell you first, though. Let me tell you why I didn't go all out on the old present front.
All right. Justify yourself.
Right? First of all, I've covered it up since then anyway, right, with that present, because I bought her some shoes yesterday, and she did say, I'll give you the money for them, but when I get home, I said, it's all right. I said, you can have them, right? So not only did I buy her some food on Christmas Day, I got her shoes. She's probably had a total...
And they feel like a horse.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, there you go, there's your shoes, there's your food, right. Bed down, see you later.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is she's done...
fed and clothed.
Yeah, did you comb her hair?
She's done well this year, right? So... The thing
She's done well this year. It's like you're a single parent living on a council estate with a smack problem, and you still managed to buy them some Lego.
When I was a kid, right, it wasn't about what you got. I remember one year when I was about 8. Right,
It's going to make me cry, isn't it? This?
no, it's not. I'm just saying the way it is. Right, I woke up at about 4 a.m. And I was like, what have I got? And I couldn't sleep. I was that on edge. It's the excitement of Christmas, isn't it? It's like, what's wrapped up? I need to know.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that people are saying, no, you won't know until tomorrow.
Yes.
That annoys you and winds you up.
Okay.
So I got up at 4 a.m, opened my presents, and then went, right, I know now, went back to bed, had a great sleep.
Yes.
Right? So it's nothing to do with the excitement of what you get. It's the excitement of not knowing what you've got.
And then what happened when you got up to go down with the presents?
What you're saying to me is that you could wrap up a brick because the thrill of Christmas is in hoping and being excited about what it is, not the actual gift itself.
Yeah.
Is that what you did? Did she get a brick?
No, let me tell you now what he got. He got her a present, right? And she said, she came and said, yeah, he got me. It was an industrial-sized packet of condoms.
It was a joke gift.
No, it wasn't a joke.
It wasn't even a joke.
I went home that Saturday after here, past Boots, thought, might have something in here. They were on, like, some value.
Right, you passed the
Were
makeup.
they used?
Right, but anyway.
The makeup, you passed all the other...
Past the makeup,
stuff.
past the lovely vanity cases.
Yeah.
The foot spas.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hold on. How much are these, love, for 100?
Yeah.
$4.99. Yeah.
Do I get them reduced if I buy in bulk?
So how many did you buy? What was it?
I don't know, probably about 100.
Right, okay.
And is she allowed to use those with anyone?
Did you wrap them?
Can she just go out and have a wild time?
Well, you don't need to wrap. They're already wrapped, aren't they? Oh. And then what did she say when she opened them? No, wait. Carl, what did she say?
Right, play a record and we'll come back to this. You're worse than my father. That's genius. Made famous, of course, by Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
That's All Along the Watchtower, as originally done by Mr. Bob Dylan.
On XFM 104.9.
So, Carl, just take us through the moment where you gave this gift. Firstly,
So you went into Boots, right? You thought, all right, 100 condoms, brilliant. Okay, did you wrap it
I
up?
don't know if it was 100, probably 80.
Right, okay, yeah.
Right.
You don't want to go mad, do you?
Wrap them up.
I'm just resting easy knowing that he's not trying to breed.
Right? No.
Yeah.
So I got her them. I got her Grease on DVD because she's always watching that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So just think of when her mum said, what did Carl get you? Some condoms and grease.
I was going to say, I'm glad he said on DVD.
And, she was surprised anyway, right? Because
Yeah, I bet she was.
no, when she got
she was thinking like jewellery.
no, right?
That showed her. That surprised you, hasn't it? All right.
So hang on, wait a minute.
You thought it was a holiday, didn't you? Yeah, look at your face.
You don't know me at all. So hang on. So did you give these on Christmas Day?
Right, what happened is she got in from work that Saturday, right? And I said, look under the tree.
Knackered.
Right?
At least it's Christmas. Yeah. At least I'm going to get a little bit. Yeah, go on.
I said, look, you got some stuff under the tree, right? So
Did you give her a sugar lump?
Right, she was really chuffed with that. But she said she was a bit puzzled because I didn't know we had any wrapping paper, right? So I ended up using wallpaper.
You didn't take it off the wall though. You had
No, it was some left over, right? So she said, why have you used wallpaper? I said, well, I didn't have any paper and you were getting in a bit and I wanted you to have a surprise. So she said, can I have a feel of them? I said no.
Presents.
You thought, right, I've got the right thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Christmas Day, I said, no, don't get carried away. It's nothing really good. You know, we said we weren't going to buy each other much. So there you go, open them.
Yeah, go on.
And
Can I just ask, had you received your present from her yet?
yeah.
So what had you received?
What did he have? Had some shoes,
Nice.
right? Getaway game for PlayStation.
Nice.
Which is all right.
I'm just totting up
Just
the value
talk
of
the value
this.
of those,
Go on, yeah.
And just also think about how much fun and pleasure you get from them.
Yeah.
Although, of course, condoms, I can see the
Well,
do it.
see the appeal.
Well, okay. So
yeah,
I think
but
I can...
also add to that bit 150 quid for a meal. If you're going to start
Minus.
totting up, 150 quid for a meal. I bought her some shoes, 72 quid.
Yeah, that was after the event, though.
Doesn't matter.
All right, so you've received these, dare I say it, thoughtful and nice gifts. You handed over the box of condoms. They were wrapped up. She
Well,
unwrapped them.
yeah.
Go on, take us through it. Walk us through it.
Well, it's not something you play with on Christmas morning.
Oh, God. Oh,
But,
right.
But when she opened
What
them,
did she say?
her
What did
face
she say?
do?
Well, I wrapped them twice as well, so she thought it was something really good. It was
Extra
like, oh.
protection.
Right.
And,
So she thought it was something really good.
and then
So the
then,
disappointment would be doubled.
Yeah, go on, yeah.
then she just opened it and went, oh yeah, so what's on the telly? And that was
God,
that. That was
ungrateful.
that.
What an ungrateful woman that is.
Well, she got stuff.
Fancy not wanting
I told her.
a
I told
box
her-
of economy condoms from Boots.
I said to her about the thing about, you know, it's all about the surprise and that, innit?
Yeah.
You explained that to her?
Yeah.
What, after she'd unwrapped it?
Yeah. And she was all right about it.
Yeah. She understood.
Rick, you know I suggested to him that he buy his girlfriend a gift. I'm worried I've done more damage to the relationship by suggesting that than if he had just forgotten.
Next time you've got to go shopping for her yourself, Steve.
I think I might do.
You've better go shopping for her yourself.
I'm glad it's all over though. It's mental.
Yeah.
It annoys me. The whole thing annoys me, and she knows that as well.
Yeah.
She should know. What, she still insists on having Christmas once a year.
Well,
Wow. I'm you know.
no, but well, anyway, what did you get?
I can't think what you bring to the relationship, Carl. I don't know what it is she's getting from you in this relationship. It's like she's
I
doing
think
all
we
the
know.
work. Well, yeah.
80 times. Oh God, God! I love it. You're brilliant. I know what she's getting. He's the.
What? No, he's not thoughtful.
No, but he's thoughtful. He's the best he can do with the brain he's got. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
He's doing his best. He's absolutely doing his best. There's no.
He's working at the limits of his powers.
Do you know what I mean? Though he's done as well as he can with what he was given.
Sure.
Yeah,
I
and
understand.
that's admirable.
Yeah.
It's like, I think he's done better than you'd expect. I bet his teachers didn't even think he'd get this far. Do you know what I mean?
What, find a girl?
No, well, yeah, a job, a girl.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Clothing himself. He's done really well. What do you think, Carl? You think you've done well?
I think I've done all right compared to some of my mates.
What are they doing now?
Probably not that much. Do you know what I mean? The Mrs. Matthews said I wouldn't be an high flyer. I think I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I have a holiday every year. Got somewhere to live and that.
Yeah. Got a new flat, haven't you?
Yeah, so
So where are they then, the condoms? Did she show them to her family and friends?
No,
Take them
no.
into work? Look what
I'm
Carl's got me?
surprised she told Ricky, actually. I was a bit disappointed in that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't go shouting around.
Well, she was so
what I got.
excited, Carl, clearly. She was just so pleased and proud.
All right. Play a record. We'll come back to it.
No, that's it now.
Someone's left one of those little things in here. It's brilliant, isn't
It's
it?
amazing. What are they called, those things?
I imagine just there. I was thinking of being in the front row at a Morrissey concert and going, can I just play along? They are brilliant.
I don't know what kind of sound that is.
I don't know. It's only used for when Kenneth Williams
Yeah, exactly.
sees someone undressing.
Yeah.
That's the only time that is used, that noise.
Exactly.
That is
But
brilliant.
it's like it was specially created for the Carry On films.
Yeah, we need, I don't know what it is, but we need something when I walk in and see someone changing. Well, what about this? There is a light that never goes out by the Smiths. I phoned Carl up in the week, yeah, and I said, what are you doing? He went, well, even though it's one of my days off, I'm just doing some research on the web. Found anything that said, yeah, I'm doing science. And then he said, you can get wigs for dogs in Tokyo. That's his scientific fact. And I went, what do you mean? Dogs, if they need a wig? I said, if they need a wig, what? Dogs going bald? And he went, like, this is fine to him. He went, it's a stressful city, Tokyo. The world's all right with Karl. He's always got an explanation. I've only ever seen him confused once. When in Edinburgh, he looked out of his window one day and he saw a bloke putting a parking ticket on some rubbish.
Yeah.
And that genuinely confused him.
Yeah.
He couldn't work out, could you?
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
And the woman breastfeeding her 8-year-old child, you didn't like, did you?
I don't like that. But what's the name? Animals with wigs. I kind of thought, after I put the phone down to you, I kind of thought about it, thought, yeah, it's a bit daft, that.
Are you sure he's not the ageing pop group?
No.
The Animals?
But when you think, have you ever seen like a bald pet?
No.
It's weird.
What do you mean?
Because my mum, we had a cat, we used to get through loads of cats because we lived on a...
Oh God! It started early today, isn't it?
What do you mean?
It's only 10 past one.
What are you doing?
No,
Running a restaurant?
We lived on.
Oh God! What do you mean?
No, we lived on like a main road.
Oh yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
we used to get through a lot of them. My dad
It was
kept
their
saying,
risk.
stop wasting money. It's not
Stop
good.
wasting money, not wasting cats.
Right. So anyway, we had this cat that was ill all the time, and
It's just bag of nerves, probably.
Yeah, malingerer. Yeah, I'm terrified.
I'm going to which house?
Rome. Oh God, bloody hell. Rome.
Don't let me go to the Pilkingtons.
and he, for some reason, it kept being sick all the time. Right?
Yeah, that is nerves. That's definitely nerves.
So my mum kind of thought, I've had enough of this, and she shaved it.
Whoa. Whoa. Now, I know you're not vets in your family, but what correlation did your mum think there was between you being sick and shaving it?
Because it kept being sick, and it was a pain to wash because it kept getting
So
caught
she
up.
wanted a dry wipe cat.
So
Why didn't she just varnish it? What?
it's weird. It's weird. though.
So now he's cold and sick.
No, but not all of it. She left sort of the back half, but sort of from its waist, sort of.
I love that. Shave it because it's sick on itself.
And
That is
it was the
genius.
weirdest looking thing. I mean, normally I like cats. I'm always like giving yours a stroke on the head and that.
Yeah.
But as soon as she did that, it was like, oh,
Yeah.
can't touch it. And then
So now it's sick, cold, and hated.
Yeah.
Karl.
It must have, I mean, the other cats must have been taking the mick out of it constantly. It's just making things worse. I'm hoping that it got run over and was put out of its misery.
no, I think it got all right, that one. Or is that yeah, it did get run over. It did.
Oh God. Oh dear.
How many cats do you say you've got through?
I'd say whilst I was living at home, I mean, it's still on the increase even though I'm not there. So whilst I was there, probably 5.
God.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
And were you upset each time, or you just got used to it?
It's one of them things, isn't it? Like I've said before, when you first see something, it's a bit of a shock. Do you know what I mean? It's like the Elephant Man or whatever.
Yeah.
First time you see him, it's that sort of, oh, look at that.
Do you remember the first time you saw Steve? No, I'm not being funny. Do you remember the first?
Yeah, but I've said this before. It's always, then you get used to how people look and you don't... No.
I'm going to burst. You have to play a record.
No, but...
Because I just see Steve's face.
No, but I've got used to it.
Shut up. It's a long time since we've had any white van, Karl. For those that don't remember this particular hot feature, we basically ask Karl some of the questions that are asked of a white van driver in the sun. They always have this on Saturday afternoons. Anyway, here's the first one. They're not fascinating, Karl, but I'm just interested on your take, really.
Yeah.
What do you make of Cilla Black quitting Blind Date after her husband sent a message from beyond the grave? Are you familiar with this
I didn't
story?
know that. What's that?
She went to see a medium, and supposedly her husband passed on information through the medium, which was incredibly vague, but persuaded her to quit live on air.
Well, it's about time, isn't it? If even dead people are saying... enough's enough. But I'll tell you what, though, talking about ghosts and that, do you know how I'm into them?
Yeah.
Right? How weird do you think this is, right?
Well, it's not true. Before you say it, play a record.
No, go on.
Go on.
Right, it's this woman. I don't even know if it's ghost, really. It's just a bit weird.
Yeah, sure.
There's this woman,
Yeah.
and she's Well, she's not a woman, she's a kid.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
She's walking down like a street in her area. It's a nice day and everything. Everything's normal. She's walking down and a woman comes up cycling past, right? The woman on the bike looks at the kid absolutely terrified, right? Got a really scary face on her.
Yeah.
The kid's thinking, why is she doing that?
Yeah.
Right? So anyway, she thinks nothing of it, goes, I think she was playing in the park or whatever, goes and has a nice day. About 15 years later...
Oh, right, yeah.
She's, I don't know, I think she was going to work, right, on a bike.
She was riding her own bike.
Riding her own bike, cycling down the road.
Oh, yeah.
Looks at the kid. That's the thing that happened like 15, 20 years ago.
Right.
It's her on the bike looking at her as a kid.
Right. Not another child.
No. So it's her. She's seen herself.
Carl? I mean, I don't know where to start.
Firstly, where's this information come from?
But I mean, why do you ever... I mean, I don't know what part of that you think can be true. I mean, honest, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. What are you talking about?
Bit weird, though, isn't it?
But it's not true.
It didn't happen. Nothing happened like that.
She said it did.
Well, then she's wrong.
She said she saw herself.
She saw herself as a kid, didn't she?
Did she carry on riding
and as an
cars?
adult when she was a kid.
Did she stop and talk to herself? Or did she ride on by and think, that's a bit weird, there's me as an 8-year-old. I won't stop, I'll be late for work.
Yeah, if I'm late again, the boss said he'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
And where is this information? Did it happen to someone you know?
No.
You overheard it on the bus?
No, it was in the 14 Times.
Ah, right. Well,
Okay.
that's the answer.
Good.
We've
Okay.
got to the bottom of that.
Right, good. What should we do next?
It's too much.
Do we need them out of the way?
Do we need them out of the way?
Yeah, just
Let's explain it again.
if you're new, I'm sort of on a bit of a mission to find out, we've got a lot of animals and insects in the world and stuff.
Yeah.
Do we need them all?
It still amuses me.
So we found out we've got to keep jellyfish. We've done octopus. She said we've got to keep them. This week, snails.
Do we need them?
Just doing some research, right? I'm sort of working my way through different creatures and insects and stuff that's on the planet.
Yeah.
Right? And finding out if we need them or not. Right?
Yeah.
Do you know much about snails?
Well, sea snails.
Well, yeah.
Snails in general. Don't know much about snails, land snails. I know a bit about sea snails, like whelks, top shells, that sort of thing.
Would you say they're important?
What sort of sense do you mean by important?
Say if we had to sort of get rid of some animals and insects and that because we're running out of room.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Because I'll tell you what I know about some snails. I don't know if this applies to sea snails as well. I mean, I called you today because a lot of other places are shut.
Yeah.
Right? So I know they like to eat stamps, apparently. The glue on stamps. They love it. Right?
Right.
Apparently a lot of letters and stuff aren't getting to where they're meant to be getting because snails are crawling into letterboxes and eating the stamps. That obviously doesn't apply to the sea ones, but that's a problem they're causing.
All right.
Were you aware of that?
No, I didn't know that.
Bet you're glad you answered the phone today. Right? They love beer,
Beer, yeah, who doesn't?
and also, I don't know if this is right, but I heard that they sleep for 13 years, or can do.
Right. I wouldn't know if they can sleep for 13 years or not, but I mean, sea snails are pretty important. Yeah, they do quite a good job in the sea. They graze on algae and they provide food for other animals. I mean, you can say that about any fish, or any animal. Why do they exist?
Would you be upset if someone said we're getting rid of them?
Oh yeah.
You would be.
They're an animal, I wouldn't.
Forget being like favouritism and all that I get for them, right? There'll be other things knocking around you can sort of spend your time looking after. You'll still have a job. Don't be worrying about that. Because I'm not going to get rid of all the fish. Jellyfish need looking after, so you're safe.
Yeah.
But do we need them? Come on, there's loads of people saying, come on, we've got to move on through the animals, and you're holding them up saying, well, I want to keep them.
Well, who's saying we need to... That just sounds a bit crazy to me.
Just imagine. Do you know what I mean? And they would come to you because you're working in an aquarium, so they'd be asking for your advice.
Right.
and you're slowing it down.
Well, they asked for my advice and I'm giving it to them, so, that's what I think anyway.
Yeah, but snails, I mean, like I say, they drink beer and that, what do they do apart from some food for a whelk?
They were around, their descendants around a lot longer than we have been.
Yeah, they've been around a long time, but what have they done?
Well, they've survived that long, so they must be doing something pretty good.
Well, apparently they sleep for 13 years, so really, even though they've been around for ages...
I think that sounds a bit... I don't think they sleep for 13 years.
Not all of them, just the tired ones. So, snails, do we need them?
Well, yeah, I just think they've got to, just as, it's not for us to say, do we need them or not, we can't just...
So you think we should keep them?
Yeah, definitely.
Carl, I'm proud of you. That
He was getting really quite annoyed.
I know. What did he think he was doing? What? I don't know what you tell these people. I mean, you don't get their permission to play this out, do you? You just don't tell
the
them.
thing is, right, I sort of told him what it was about, but we won't say who he is or where he works, because it doesn't matter. I just needed to speak to someone who knows.
I know the fact that you were trying to get an answer out of him by suggesting that he would be safe, because he could look after jellyfish if he gave the okay to destroy snails.
He was getting livid, you could tell.
Oh, God. Brilliant. So he's been around a long time, but what have they done? That was great, Carl. Play a record. Well done.
Bit of Amy, man.
Oh, I'm obsessed with this song, Red Vines. It's brilliant. XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Tell us about this monkey, Carl.
You're going to love this one, Steve, right? So last week we were talking about how, a lad left his family because there was problems at home and that. He went and lived in the wood. He got airy. Right?
No.
Leave it there, Rick. We haven't got time to go into it.
Right, so...
That's what happened.
And that's what happened. He lived with the monkeys. He went airy.
That's what happened.
Looked into some other stuff about, airy kids and all that.
Yeah.
Came across this story about a bloke, right, who worked in a zoo.
Oh, dear.
Right? So...
Trouble's brewing.
Loving his job and that, but it's quite a lonely sort of job because you don't see many people. You're just dealing with animals all the time, right?
Ooh.
So anyway, he gets a bit pally with a monkey because it's the closest thing to a human.
Well, that ape is.
Right.
Yeah, but you can't really go that close to apes. They're dangerous.
What do you mean? What type was it? Do you
Just
mean
let him tell the story.
Was it a chimpanzee?
I reckon it was a chimp, yeah. Yeah, it was
you
a
don't
chimp.
even know, so
it was
that's
a
an
chimp.
ape.
It was a
Okay.
chimp. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, does
So
it?
he
It's
gets
the story.
pally with him.
Right, so he gets pally with
What,
him.
did they go on holiday together?
Well, no, I mean, it starts
On the
off.
pool
It
together.
starts off just checking each other out and probably sharing lunch and that together.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, this goes on for a while. They're getting on well on that, and then after a while, right, the monkey starts sort of imitating him a bit more and sort of walking upright.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Right. So he thinks, oh, that's a bit weird. Anyway, they get on really better and what have you. So he thinks he could live at home with me. Because we're getting on a storm.
Yeah.
Right. So he takes him home, and before
Is this the beginning of Beneath the Planet of the Apes? I think it is. I think you've seen this on video.
I'm worried because he's already imitating him and they're moving in together. I'm thinking it's maybe a bit like Single White Female. Single White Zookeeper.
Oh, brilliant.
Right, so
Go on.
anyway, so he's moving in and it's getting used to sort of the normal human life. He's having a cup of tea in the morning.
Yeah. PG tips.
He finishes the day off with
Oh, dear.
Finish the day off with what?
He
with
does,
a
he doesn't
little
have to
brandy.
move a piano at one point,
He
does he?
finishes the day off with a little brandy.
Yeah.
He pours himself one. Is he wearing a smoking jacket?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Carl. You're a maniac, mate.
No, this is why it attracted me. It's amazing, right? So he's having his brandy and that, loving his life. Next thing you know, he sort of I don't know if he loses it or he gets shaved, but the top half of his body is hairless. Right? Apart from his head. Right, so he's got a nice
So it's the opposite of the kid.
Well,
Yeah,
this is what I'm saying.
that would happen.
Right?
Well, hang on, but so you don't know if
You
he
don't
was
even
shaved
know.
or if it's
How did it say? Then the hairless. What?
I'll bring it in for you, the story, and then you can see if I've gone wrong.
Keep going.
So anyway, so this is going on, and he's having a great life. Then the zookeeper starts getting a bit annoyed because he's having a better life than the zookeeper. The zookeeper's in the zoo.
This is such
So the
rubbish.
zookeeper's still got to do a day's work. The monkey's at home, he's partying,
Well,
he's
it
got
gets
his
to a
other
point when he
chipmates
says,
round.
"There's no point you coming in to the zoo because the whole reason of you being there was because you're being kept there."
Right.
And he didn't want to bring the memories back, so he said, you stay at home. So
You're talking such...
Just let him finish.
God, I don't know if I can sit here and listen to this drivel.
I'm fascinated.
It's
It
nearly
sounds
over
amazing.
anyway, right?
It sounds extraordinary, Carl.
So he's walking up, right? He's having a tea in the morning, finishing the day off with brandy. Gets a bit out of hand. Only tries it on with the zookeeper's wife.
Make him go away, Steve.
How does he do that?
Well, because he's around humans a lot, he becomes a bit of a charmer. And,
But what is it that he could do to seduce her? Pick fleas out of her?
he didn't say. But-
He was built.
Yeah, he was well done.
so what about that?
What do you mean, what about it, Carl? It's obviously not true.
I don't understand how...
I love the fact he becomes a charmer. He's got better taste in brandy.
Exactly.
And
What was it that he was doing that seduced her?
I don't know. I thought maybe because he was at home more than the zookeeper was.
But what would he be doing,
I
Carl?
love the fact that-
He's not going to be talking with her. They're not going to be playing Trivia Pursuit.
Maybe she liked the silent type. He didn't go into that. He just said that's when the trouble started.
Carl, play a record.
Right.
Is that what Suzanne did when she brought you up?
Bit of David Bowie. When's that ever hurt anyone, Steve?
Never.
Lady Stardust off Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant. Karl Pilkington is in the middle of educating me. Educate me.
Did I tell you the time when the doctor said I was going to die?
All right, keep talking.
Right, ages ago. Must have been about 15, right? And at lunchtime there was this. We used to have a choice of stuff to do at lunchtime, right? Used to have like a burger place that had an arcade machine in it, right? So we used to go there and play on that and have a burger. Or there was this baker's, right, that my mum worked at, and did great cakes and stuff, right? So she used to like bring some home and that, but she couldn't always bring them home every night because, you know, they'd cost money, and she used to get them for free. And they used to say they'd rather chuck them away than give them to the staff because there's a chance that the cream might be off.
Right.
Right, so they used to chuck them round the back. So I used to go around the back with my mate and eat a load.
Brilliant. Eating out of bins.
No, it wasn't out of bins. They were still in trays, but they just stacked them up near the bins, right? So this got out. I mean, it used to be chocker. Once the school found out, everybody used to go there, and it'd be like, well, have a cake.
The headmaster crawling through, fighting the kids off.
Right, so I'd have, you just eat, 6 jam donuts or something, and then you'd spend your dinner money on the arcade machine.
Brilliant.
Right? So it was a good afternoon, really, right? So you'd do that, and this one day I must have had 6 or 7 jam donuts, a few Congress tarts.
What's the Congress tart?
I love them. I can't get them in London, right? So I'd have some of them.
And if anyone can get a Congress tart for Carl in London, please let him know.
So anyway, this day, that was just a normal day. Do you know what I mean? You'd twice a week, you'd have a load of cake.
In your life, yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
normal
anyway-
day in your life. Were the frog boys there with the webbed hands and the big heads?
So-
and the horse in the settee? Yeah.
But the day after one of these days, I had really bad cramp in my belly. Right?
Okay.
I was like in agony, could hardly walk. So I said to my mum,
You could hardly stagger to the free cakes.
So I was in absolute agony. I said, I don't like doctors, but you'll have to get a doctor in because I don't know what it is. I can't walk. She gets the doctor round. I won't say his name, but he said, well, doesn't look like he's got long left.
Blimey.
So I was a bit like, hang on a minute, I've only had a few cream donuts.
Yeah,
My mum was panicking.
sure.
He went. My dad came in from work. She said, something's really bad with Carl. I think it's serious. The doctor said he ain't got long left. So he said, what? He said that and just left. So she said, yeah. He said, I'll have to call him then. So he called him up, said, what's all this about? Carl hasn't got long left. How long's he got? So he goes, I was only messing. It's just had some bad cream. Can you believe that?
Well, the thing is,
I like the fact your mum didn't ask any questions.
I know.
She didn't
But
go
she
into
doesn't.
detail.
I know.
Can you explain more, doctor? No, I got a shoe off.
But she doesn't. She doesn't like talking.
I don't want to diss you or your family, but I imagine if I was there, I'd have known the doctor was joking.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I mean, I sound very arrogant there. But I imagine he went, what's he been doing? Yeah, I had about 6 cream cones. Oh, right. Oh, wow. He hasn't got long to live then. I'll see you later. That's what I think the doctor did.
Yeah. I just like the idea your mum just let him go.
Yeah.
Terrified, thinking, well, I'm not going to probe him. He's that's it then.
Dad comes in. Hi, honey, I'm home. Anything happened? The doctor said Carl's going to die and then left. Did he? I'll call him.
But anyway, that's why these sort of things fascinate me. So we'll move on to this next one, right, which is brilliant. Dead short story. So, right, old woman, about 70 years old. She's normally fit and healthy and stuff. Nothing wrong with her. She's having a good life. And one day, she goes for a check to the doctor's just to check herself out because she's getting on a bit. He says, take your clothes off and that. So she does. And checks her out. Says, yeah, you're looking good. You're looking good. Turn round. He said, oh, God. He said, you got a tumour on your buttock. Right? So she goes, oh. Well, can you do anything to sort it out? So they go, yeah, we could book you in for an operation. It's best if we remove this. Books are in for an operation. Operation day comes, strip her down and that. They're all stood round, the doctors. Start to operate. It only turns out it's a pork chop that she sat on 5 years earlier and it had stuck to her buttock.
Right, Carl.
I can forward you. Serious.
Right, okay, Carl, I'm telling you now, I'm leaving. I'm never doing this show again.
No, I'm serious. Honestly.
You're talking, I've never had such, what do you mean? You couldn't believe it?
No, when I read it, I said, I've got to tell Ricky
this
that.
This woman had a pork chop stuck to her arse for 5 years, you mental case. Of course she didn't. Yeah, but he's more going for your looks. I'm more working on your personality.
Right, sure.
But together...
So it's my fault now that the show's going
No, but it's like, you know, we're sort of like your mentors. You've got to be harsh. It's like, you're like Eliza Doolittle. And we've got lots of little stylists in, like they do with, like, you know, makeovers and that, all that, faking it. They get in, like, me and Carl. Carl's working on your looks. I'm doing your personality. We're going to get, like, stylists in and, you know, coaches. And then you have to do a date. And the woman has to... And there's 3 other blokes. And she has to work out what the freak... amongst them is, and you've got to go, no one voted for you as the freak.
Yeah, Rick, I've known you for 3 years. I don't think you count for that job. I tower above everyone.
You do, don't you?
I'm, for people who don't know, who are listening, I'm 6'7" tall. That's high.
Yeah.
That's
and for people who've never seen him, he doesn't hold it well. It's not like he's a sort of handsome athlete, is it, Carl? He's a bit of a, what would you call him?
Carl, don't answer.
No.
Don't get drawn into that. You know the game he's playing.
No. Do you know yesterday when you were in the office?
Yeah.
You did a little move, and it reminded me of Blakey.
Oh, I hate you, Gervais. Oh, I hate you, Pilkington.
That's his stance.
Yeah, but even he held it a little bit better, didn't he? Because he was a man, you know, he had a big coat and everything, and a peak cap. But, yeah.
I can't believe you. Like, I've not suffered enough from being freakishly tall. Now, two of my best buddies, live on radio, are just...
It's not just height, though, is it? It's the posture and the face and everything.
But it's got your places, hasn't it?
No? What do you mean it's got my places?
I think people give you a bit more of a chance in your career and stuff, because it's like...
What, yeah, stacking shelves? Because I can reach to a high level.
Muse, plug-in baby, on XFM 104.9.
Rick,
Gervais, go on.
Well, yeah, but I know you guys are laughing about the height thing, and for those that have only just tuned in, I am 6'7" tall, which is tall, and that's big. And I pride myself on it in a way. You know, I've worked hard, I've not smoked, I ate well. You know, it's an accomplishment. But obviously, I didn't have much involvement in it. I just am, and it's a curse because mainly the problem is that you can't get stuff, you can't get clothes, you can't get shoes. You know?
Yeah, he's size 14 feet.
Yeah, but it is genuine, and I don't know. I mean, it costs a lot to buy a pair of size 14 shoes, and if you were genuinely poor, I don't know how you'd afford to be tall, because the clothing costs more, everything costs more.
I've seen this in comics, that you'd actually go to school in a barrel,
wearing a barrel
with just braces. It'd just be a barrel, and you'd have sort of flip flops, and you'd take a mule with you. They all had a mule, didn't they? The
but
poor
people always think you'll be in a pub or something, and people just think they can talk to you about it. They just think, hey, oh, you lanky, it's just like, because it's like they.
But that really annoys you, doesn't it?
Well, it annoys me because it's like they think I should be proud of it. Like,
well, exactly, but they don't think that this is not a disadvantage. This is not a disability, is it? You're taller than most people. It might get
disability.
No. If you were 8'3", it'd be slightly debilitating. You would, but
disabilitating.
What?
Disabilitating? Yeah. No, you're a medical man, aren't you? But No, the point is, it's a disabilitating because when you go on public transport, like if you're on a coach,
yeah.
the only place I can sit on a coach is that seat
On the driver's lap.
Either on the driver's lap or that seat at the very end.
Yeah.
You know which sits into the aisle.
Yeah.
That's the only place I can.
Well,
sit.
you stand
and there's
up,
some sort of kids at the back waving at drivers.
You could drive it from the back.
Here he comes. Watch it.
Were you a tall baby? Or
Mr. and Mrs. Merchant, you've given birth to a basketball player. Look at his dribble already. Were you a tall baby? Babies aren't tall.
Oh, at what point did you suddenly, like, Jesus, nothing fits me?
Well, it didn't happen overnight, Carl.
Let's do a little graph. How tall were you at 5?
Oh, I don't know. 3 foot?
3 foot. How tall were you at 12?
6 foot?
6 foot, are you really?
I don't know, do I? How do I remember? I don't remember this.
Well, when did teachers start calling you freak boy and
Really,
lanky?
they didn't. It wasn't
Didn't they?
so much. It was no.
You went to a funny school. I went bowling with him once, so I'd never been bowling before, and he'd been once before, and he went, let's go to this bowl. We went to a bowling alley, right? And, you have to wear these special shoes. Now, they're sort of like pointed things anyway, and they're, multicoloured, sort of red and green. They look pretty weird. And the woman said to me, oh, what size? I said, oh, 8. She went, yeah. So what size are you? He went, 14. She went, 14. He went, you probably haven't got them. She goes, yeah, I think we have got one pair. And she put them on the table, and it was like Krusty the Clown. And I just started laughing. They looked so long, and he had to run round this bowling alley in these freaky clown
But
shoes.
they don't look freaky clown like when I'm wearing them, because the rest of me's in proportion to it.
It looks like a little wall bracket.
One of the worst things that happened to me was when I was like, I don't know, when I was about 16 or something, we went to,
Yeah.
Listen, let me just tell you briefly, this is another example of how people can just exploit you and make fun of you when you're tall.
Yeah.
I was quite tall. I've always been like about 6'7" for quite a while now. And when I was about 16, I went to a big New Year's celebration in Bristol, where I come from. And everyone kind of congregates in this big sort of part of town, and there's sort of people dancing around, like in Trafalgar Square. And I was there, and somehow I just picked up a balloon somewhere along the line, one of those kind of helium sort of balloons. And I was holding that, sort of dancing around. And these 2 girls came up to me, and I was thinking, yeah, okay, it's New Year's Eve, brilliant. That's my kind of party.
Yeah.
And they came out, they went, hey.
Once a year.
And they said, you going to be here for long? And I went, well, maybe. And they said, it's just that we've arranged to meet back at you in about an hour. I went, what do you mean? I went, well, it's just because we can see you wherever you are. Don't worry, you can move around and stuff. We'll see you with the balloon. Just arranged to meet some friends.
I love that. A landmark.
So
pilots use that. Oh, we're just coming in. There's when we go. When we see Steve Merchant, we'll be descending to Bristol Temple Mead.
What's really funny is New Year's Eve, Trafalgar Square, you got a huge column, but they use Steve as like the meeting point.
Steve's got a huge column.
Brilliant, Rick. Well done. Award-winning comedy from Ricky Gervais. When I was in America, everyone told me that it would be really easy to get big clothes and big shoes and that, because they're all huge and all freaks over there.
All right, steady on.
And I was wandering around New York, and I was going in a few shops, kind of saying, we've got size 14, US 15 shoes, and they were going, no,
Is that the difference?
Yeah.
One.
And they literally were laughing at me. There was a couple of shops where they literally laugh and get like someone else in and come and look at the tall, freaky Englishman.
Really?
And then one guy said, I remember we had someone come in here once, and he said he'd been to a shop which sold kind of stuff for really tall people, and he said, I think I can remember the address, and he sort of looked through the sort of telephone directory, and he made a note of it. And I went on the subway, and I went down all
Lilliput.
And I went, it took me ages to get there, and really hard to find it. I finally went in there. I've never seen it. It was heaving, right, with freaks. It was
Really?
amazing. It was like, they were just kind of gargoyles. It was like something from Lord of the Rings. They were just kind of these tall people and kind of gnarled.
Did they turn around and start bowing to you?
It was incredible.
Yeah.
And I went in and I just said, hi, I'm looking for a kind of da-da-da-da sort of thing. Guy went, yeah, sure. And he sort of hobbled off into the darkness and came back with exactly the kind of pair of shoes I wanted. I couldn't believe my luck.
It might be a magic shop.
But it was like that shop in, Mr. Ben.
It might have been a dream, though, you see. Mind you, I went to Texas once, and I had some ribs, and it was like the Flintstones. It was huge. And not only did it look too much like an animal that I couldn't actually eat it, I don't know who could eat it. I mean, seriously, it was 2 foot long.
Yeah.
And it was like half a rib cage. And
It is incredible. My friends lived in Texas for a while, and they once were in a kind of diner, and there was, those kind of benches that are attached to the table itself, like a kind of picnic bench.
Yeah.
And, this huge fat guy came in, he came wobbling, he ordered like this kind of everything you can eat meal, and his fat kind of sort of,
His big fatty fat, and his fatted on the fat table,
It wrapped itself around the table and everything.
Oh,
He was
God.
chowing down, and when he tried to leave, the table came up with him.
Oh, no.
Imagine that!
I mean, they are fat, aren't they?
They're big people.
They're huge people. But it was that thing we talked about before, that bloke on Jerry Springer's show, it was like 80 stone, right? Now, I felt quite sorry for him. He was really sad and he was crying. It is rad. But my point is this, right? When he got to say 50 stones,
Sure.
didn't he go, that's too much
enough.
For a land animal.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's big, isn't it? I mean, I'm getting worried. I'm 13 stone, and I'm genuinely getting worried. I'm thinking, oh,
yeah,
God.
when you've got that big, when you've actually got your own mare.
yeah. When you have to get in helpers to look what the scale says.
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5 people lift up your belly and go, it's 52 stone. You go, that's too much.
Exactly.
I'm going to only have 9 breakfasts
When you
today.
when you begin to appear on the Ordnance Survey map,
yeah, exactly, yeah. When
you've got your own symbol.
It's like, we can see 2 things from space now, Fatty and Steve Merchant. We'll be landing
All right,
at about...
well
no, I'm just saying at all, you're not fat, are you? You're freakish and big. Yeah, Ricky Gervais. Yeah. Okay, Steve Merchant. Great to be here. Hi. Now, you're a very tall man, if
Yes.
I might say. You're 6'7", aren't you?
Yes.
Was that a bit of a problem at school?
well, yeah, a few jokes here and there.
Yeah,
A bit of gentle ribbing, but nothing too problematic.
What's the weather like up there?
Well, exactly.
Skinny, all that sort of... Oh, you're lanky.
Yeah,
oh, dear. And,
that,
what about the glasses?
Well, I wear glasses, but again, that wasn't really a problem, you know.
They didn't call you 4 eyes,
No,
really.
really,
They didn't call you 4 eyes, freaky lank thing. They didn't call you freak pot. Freaky the freakish.
All right, I'm
gimp,
not sure I'm
4-eyed
enjoying this,
git.
Rick. Stop,
What?
I'm not
Well,
sure
I'm just saying, they didn't do that.
As an interview, I'm not sure that's the best approach.
Okay. And then you
I'm
left
honest.
school. You left school.
Yeah.
You went to university. There were you called freaky,
No, I've
freak-eyed,
never been
4-eyed
called
git
freaky, 4-eyed
thing?
git.
Are you sure?
Never been called it.
Were you called freaky, lanky, 4-eyed, stupid hair, boggle-eyed freak face? Fish face?
Is your chat show coming back?
No, but Roger Daltrey might not want it getting round that he gave birth to Specky.
Yeah, right, actually.
I see what you mean.
Specky? Spotty?
Spotty, so I looked at you.
Yeah. All right, calm down.
Well, I do. You've got nice, clear skin. At least I didn't call you spotty, goggle-eyed freak boy. You got a nice skin, like a nice complexion, smooth-faced, goggle-eyed freak boy fish.
thank you.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Carl, what? Don't you like us arguing? Is it like mum and dad arguing? Do you get all...
It's a bit like that.
In the caravan. There was nowhere to escape to.
As you know, me and Steve aren't worried about being part of a trend or being trendy or jumping on about. Steve particularly doesn't worry about like looking good or No, I'm saying as a compliment. He doesn't worry about walking along like that or
Well, I'm looking good.
No. But I'm saying you don't mind the insults freak boy or goggle eye or
swore off a duck's back, mate.
Do you know what I mean? Or a new phrase that's been coined because of Steve's face, walk off a frog's back.
Who's saying that?
Just a lot of your a lot of friends and that. But I mean,
my friends.
Yeah, a lot of the people.
Can you name names or?
I can't really.
They promises you can't.
I can't. I can't
wanna
really.
grass anyone up?
I think it's the Kaggle.
Looks good.
It does look
It's
good.
waterproof, Rick, and it's also stylish. I wear nothing underneath, so it's tight to the skin. It gets sticky in bad weather.
Is that why you sort of
It's
rustle?
sexy. But what's all the? Is there abuse? What's this?
No, they just say. Well, I'm gonna again. We were talking earlier about you not caring about being like a geek or a freak or not trendy. No, I'm just saying.
I am trendy. I am.
And I know, yeah. Anyway, Steve, over to you.
I just was wondering, because I've had an exciting week, relatively speaking, Rick, because instead of just spending it all with you, sat in a little room, as is our way, I've been doing some acting this week, as you know.
I know.
And I don't normally act, but I, basically, there's some people at the BBC who are making a comedy pilot, kind of comedy TV show. And, and I auditioned for it, and the role was to play a sort of freaky looking, sort of lanky geek, and I don't want to say...
How did you beat off?
I don't want to sound arrogant, Rick, but they gave me the job on the spot. So it was like, obviously I'm, because I'm not a bad actor, I'm not as good as Rick, but I'm,
What is it?
I play a really tall guy, like a sort of...
That's the part though, isn't it? About, you've got a beard.
I'm a character who's 6'7" tall, and I'm trying to win the world's tallest man.
That's it, yeah.
But there's always a man that beats me every year because he's slightly taller. But this year, I think for some reason, because I've been training, I can beat him.
That's the
conceit.
And
Sally Phillips, I don't know if you know Sally Phillips, she's a very good comedy writer and actress, and she's written it. So it was good fun, and so we went down there, and it was good and everything. It was, a little trailer and everything. It was like the proper deal. It was really good. And the problem was yesterday, I had to dance. One of the sequences had me dancing. Now, as you know, I think I'm a pretty groovy dancer. I'm a bit of a mover.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you this, Rick.
Do you have anyone's eye out with your elbow?
I have come to some serious realizations about my dancing.
Really?
I was moving around like a Shire horse dancing.
What was that illness years ago? Right, there was a couple of lads at our school.
Oh, yeah.
Had really big heads.
Right.
And webbed fingers.
And webbed fingers?
And...
Sorry, wait. Was that... Hold on, did you find him in a pond? Did they used to be little tadpoles?
No,
Carl, you're not confusing your past with an old episode of Doctor Who, are you?
What were they called, these two?
I didn't mix with them.
Right.
It was just like...
Of course not.
There was nobody thought anything of it at school. 'Cause
No,
it was like,
sure.
you're used to it.
Yeah, it's the North.
There goes the creature from the Black Lagoon again.
yeah.
He's brilliant at trigonometry.
He's late for double maths.
Yeah.
But, I didn't think anything of
What
it.
is it called? What is the disease called where two fellas, are they
Not even related.
rubbish?
Not related.
Were you near a nuclear power station when you were growing up?
Yeah.
You weren't really?
Yeah.
This explains so much.
This has got a
I
bit
don't
heavy.
think that's it.
Hey, talking of enormous heads,
Yeah.
you were at the Pop Idol final, weren't you, Rick? You went
Yeah.
down there just because obviously Rick's a huge fan of Pop Idol. He wanted to be there. He wanted to give his support.
Quite seriously, there was no irony there. We were
Yeah, he
having
genuinely
great
is a
time.
fan of it. And he was. You sort of had photos taken with various people.
Yeah, of
didn't you? 'Cause
course.
you were a bit drunk and you wanted to have a memento of it. And it's obviously a
Yeah.
picture of you with Fat Man Rick Waller.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the best one is a picture of Ricky and his girlfriend with Dr. Fox.
Yeah.
Whose head
It's twice the size of mine.
any other head. It's quite remarkable. I
He's
don't know how
like
they
a
make it.
barrel. He was a lovely bloke, and it was really nice to meet him and everything. But he looks like an immaculate tan. And he's always happy, and he's
It
just
looks
really
on the
good.
picture, it looks like someone you might see in a carnival who's built a huge papier-mâché head. And it just, we're like Frank Sidebottom, and just sort of walking on the road. It's just incredible.
Dr. Fox did used to go to your school, did he? He used to hang around with a mate. They were great swimmers. They were brilliant swimmers. Oh, God.
There was three of them who all hung together, and they seemed to hang around like the older kids, the ones who looked like men. Do you know what I mean? They had
What did you look like then?
Well, it's just that I had youthful sort of looks, whereas like the older ones had like beards and stuff.
It's the gang of boys in the fifth form with beards. Were they smoking pipes? Come over here, me filly. Oh, Debbie Carr, come over here, you little beauty.
No, but she was like,
I love that. They were hanging around with beards. There's the big boys. Oh, fishing. That's lovely beards. What do you
I
mean?
just see a whole row of George Bernard Shaws.
How do you do in history, boy? Think on E. You're an idiot.
they were like, I'd be there sort of punching people in the arm. Cause we used to play that at
Oh, that's a
school.
great game.
Oh, I love that. Punch people in the arm.
Is that part of the Olympics now?
it's I think it was exhibition this year.
Right.
But it's
going to be a pro next
It's going to be the Winter Olympics because you've got to do it in just a cap sleeve shirt in winter. Yeah.
So you're playing that?
She, but whilst I
But
was
she didn't
doing
appreciate that. She used to go, ow!
No, I always think whilst I was doing that, they were like the Charlie's Angels, and they'd be sorting out a mission somewhere because they were really like there was something about them that you thought, they're special.
They were private detectives.
What do they work for a man they never see?
Okay, well, here's a name I'm interested in because, let me just tell you the name first. Adam Clifton. Oh. Go on, what are your thoughts on Clifton?
He was one of them kids. He was all right, but he had that thing when if you didn't have enough milk, he had like wrinkly hands and like white bits in his nails.
Oh!
Because you didn't have enough milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So therefore, you didn't like him because you didn't get enough milk.
This is not to be confused with the two people with the big heads and the web feet, is it?
Webbed hand.
Well, this
I
was
know
interesting.
that they weren't related. They must have been somewhere along the evolutionary sort of trail. Do you know what I mean? They must have come from the same sort of stock.
But
you wouldn't have liked him. It's just one of them people. He was all right, but
before you say any more, on Friends United, you can leave a little message which explains what you've been doing and what your life's like now. And most people leave maybe 2 paragraphs.
Yeah.
Adam, I've printed it off. He seems to have printed. I think there's about 6 pages here of stuff. He keeps updating it, and he just basically lists his memories about everyone. Okay, at the school and what he thinks of everyone. And he says, I often see Simon. He's doing all right for himself. Self-employed illustrator. Mark Cooper. Karl Pilkington.
right.
And your name comes up. Now, I don't know if you've told us this story. I think you may have done, but I can't remember the facts about it. It just says Karl Pilkington with his pet bird. Was it a magpie? I can't remember. He brought it to school to show everyone, and it flew away.
Oh, God. Oh, no, they do that, don't they? You show them
What was the story there,
You
Carl?
give them seed and they just leave. What do you mean?
Well,
This sounds like Kez.
well, that's it. I was a big fan of Kez, and it was the time our dog had just died.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any pets, and the cats were always getting run over.
Yeah.
And so we didn't want any more pets.
Yeah.
But there was a magpie that used to fly about on the estate, and I managed to sort of tame it. And in the end,
With a chair and a whip? What do you mean you tamed it?
Well, just used to sort of hang around it and talk.
But how did
to
you
it.
get hold of it? Did you catch it?
Well, eventually, yeah, it used to just come to me, and the annoying thing was, it got to a point when I wish I hadn't bothered, because it used to pop me bike tyres. It used to, He used to sit on like, if I was talking to my mates and I was on my grifter.
I love the way he just throws things in.
It's like an Alan Bennett play.
It landed on my tyre and he used to peck at the tyre and pop it, and then he used to then never go away, so it was always like around the house, and my dad said never bring it in. So he used to sit on the porch and I used to go out and it used to fly down and land on my head, and it really hurt. It used to like peck and stuff.
He thought it was a tyre.
So it wasn't so much tamed as a stalker.
Oh, God.
So you took it to school and it flew away?
Yeah.
So did you take it in proudly going, look at my magpie? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I think it got a bit confused in the area that it was in, because I used to just keep it sort of around our estate, but the school was a bit of a distance away.
How did you get it there?
Tying it on my finger.
Did you walk?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was happy there, then it got to...
But it used to be one of those things that people would stop me in the street and sort of go, oh, what's that?
And I don't suppose
Maggie, called it Maggie.
You didn't get Charlie's Angels to go and find out what happened to it? Investigate?
Were they impressed?
No, not really.
No. Carl, this is quite a little insecure sort of chap. And he was just worried about that last bit. He was going, who would ever find that interesting? He was worried about people finding him boring. And Steve said, as I said, you know, it's like an Alan Bennett thing. He went, yeah, but, you know, no one would care about Alan Bennett if he wasn't such a hit maker. They wouldn't care what he had to say. And we just looked at him for a while and he went, thinking of Tony Bennett. Bless him.
Listen, it's almost the end of the show, Carl.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really been a Carl special.
This is a Carl special, yeah.
Well, next week, we'll lay off next week.
We have to.
We're not going to...
he wants to retire a little bit. Just
a few more names that you may recall from Friends Reunited.
Go on.
Lisa Shufflebotham. Do you remember her?
Yeah, she...
Was she one of Charlie's Angels?
No, she wasn't that nice, but she wanted me. her and her mate Rachel, I remember, I don't know why, but it was some sort of PE lesson where it had to be a bloke and two girls, and they were fighting over me.
Could you hear what they were saying?
They were just like, I want him, and I was loving it. Stuck in the middle, and they were fighting over me. And then the next week, I thought I'll sit near them.
What sort of game do they play at this school?
I don't know.
That's an incredible game.
But I think
punch me on the arm. No, punch me on the arm, Carl.
They just went through it, because the following week I thought, right, I'll sit near them again, because I quite enjoyed the way they fighted over me. But then they picked somebody else, and I don't know who I was with that week.
So you didn't get any action with Shufflebotham or a friend?
No. And then as she got older, she went a bit off. She's not that good. She's probably nice now. It's just, I mean, I'll say about myself, when you get to sort of the end of secondary school, you do sort of go a bit odd looking.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? When your sort of head grows funny.
I would just love to go back to his school of that era. I mean, just what happened to people, whether, you know, all people sprouting limbs.
No, do you know what I mean? When you're like 12 and that, you quite, no, not 12, when you're 10, when you're 7 to 10, you sort of look healthy, and you look at your pictures when you go, yeah, I was a good looking lad. But then when you get to late secondary school, something happens, and you just look a bit odd.
Okay, well, what about Alison Thorpe?
Not sure about her. I sort of know the name, can't put a face to it.
Damien Comer?
Again, know the name.
Yeah.
Can't remember anything.
No.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Well, these are pretty much all the names I could find. We've had some interesting thoughts, though, and interesting anecdotes.
Yeah.
Anyone in particular that you'd like to say hello to that maybe listening now that
I think I would have mentioned Darren Buckley if you hadn't brought him up.
Oh, right.
He was like my buddy.
Yeah. Did you ever see the Magpie game when you took it to the school and confused it?
No.
You're joking. That was the end of it, was it?
Yeah.
So where did it go?
Probably to some other kid. Because, I mean, actually, it probably got killed. Because if it was being that friendly with other people, some people might have took advantage of it.
In what way?
Well, there was a programme on the other week about...
What, in the way that Shufflebotham was trying to take advantage of you?
Well, there was a programme on the other week about bear whisperers.
Yeah.
And some blokes got really friendly with a bear. And then when they were leaving that area where the bear was, they said, oh, we've caused a problem here because there's some bear hunters coming in and moving into this area, and it's going to get a bullet if it acts like this. So they had to scare it away, and that's what I should have done with Maggie. I should have terrified it a little bit so it wouldn't trust humans.
Just introduced it to some of your schoolmates, I'm sure would have freaked it right out.
Well, the ones with
maybe that was why it fled.
It didn't see. It didn't see those two fellas with big heads and webbed hands coming towards it, did it?
That would have terrified anything. It's like a scarecrow, like two walking scarecrows. Listen, have we got time for a song for the ladies? What's happening? We've not really thought.
Quick then, just do it. Thanks very much.
Well, hang on, no, we haven't lined anything up, have we?
I was going to play Mary Lawson and that for you, and then
is this going to be the final track?
It have to be.
It would be. Yeah,
we've blown it. We've blown it on the Karl special.
We have indeed.
I'll play it next week. So Karl there's got an E at history in GCSE. Any history teachers, anyone who can help Karl out, I think we should try and register him and take it this June. So what's your homework for this week? You've got to read about Che Guevara, haven't you? The revolutionary leader.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know anything about him at all? Have you got any basis?
I just know that if you want to use his face on your business, it costs a lot of money. Do you know, like, if McDonald's wanted to have him as, like, instead of Ronald McDonald?
How does he do it? Steve, how does he do it, man?
Oh, we listen, just play a final record, Karl. Say goodbye, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
See you later.
Cheers, mate.
Wu-Tang Clan there, Steve. XFM 104.9. I'm with Gervais, with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Now, I just remembered something else Karl's in the week. I know it's forbidden to talk to him, but I'll tell you this. He was very excited about the Friends reunited. He was a bit nervous at first, wasn't he, last week? But he was really getting into it. And in the pub, he was talking about those people, and he said, I'd never go on a reunion, though. So I'd never do that.
What, a school reunion?
Yeah, and he wouldn't want to see anyone. And I went, well, I said, wouldn't you want to see those two lads with the big heads and the webbed hands?
Oh, yeah, these were people you went to school with, weren't they?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't knock about with them. They were in the class.
What were they called?
Freaks.
Right.
Right. Okay. And he said, no, I wouldn't want to see them. He said, because what could you say? Oh, you haven't changed much. Right. And he said, and they wouldn't go anyway, would they? I said, why? He went, well, they didn't have any friends.
Right.
And I said, well, weren't they friends with each other? And he went, no, that would have been too obvious. Like they passed each other and went, no, I know it's tempting, but let's not.
Everyone would think that's just what we were going to do.
Yeah.
Let's not do it.
Yeah. So they didn't even hang around with each other.
No.
See, I must say, in my head, I've got something like it's like some sort of extra thing from Blake 7 that they're like some sort of lagoon monster, but they just had slightly oversized heads, did they?
See, does your head grow? Your eyes don't, does your head? Because maybe they've got to a point now that it's all sort of caught up with each other.
Well, at the time, the eyes were very small and the head was huge.
Just a very big head. And
Yeah.
I mean, the fingers aren't going to change, that's not...
They had
not funny.
webbed fingers.
It was like the penguin in Batman.
Really? Are you sure?
No, honestly.
Are you sure they weren't wearing mittens?
No, seriously.
Yeah, it wasn't home economics. They weren't getting something out of the oven, a very hot dish, were they? Every time you saw them.
But why were there two, but they weren't related and they weren't friends?
I don't know, I suppose it's like asthma and that, innit? Some kids have it. And it just was a
Yeah,
coincidence.
but asthma's quite a common thing. Webbed hands, Karl.
Yeah. I don't know, you don't think of it, do you, when you're a kid? You just sort of...
Oh,
when,
yeah.
when you first see them.
Yeah.
There goes the frogmen. Do you do that? I imagine you get caught staring at things.
Yeah, do you go up to people with problems and go, Mummy, is that a monster?
Well, I was telling you one about when I used to go with my dad in the taxi.
Oh, yeah.
What
Tell us
happened?
this story.
Well,
Your father was a taxi driver?
my dad he had loads of jobs, which he did back then, and they don't do that anymore, do they, people? They don't
Have a
do
variety of
loads
jobs?
stuff.
Sure.
But at one point, he had a black cab, and I used to go with him. Used to get a beer crate and put it in the front of the black cab, and sort of sit just next to the meter. And anyway, we got this call, and the guy on the end of the radio said, "Oh, you've got your son with you, haven't you?" So he said, "Yeah." So it's just like, we've got to pick up at number 11 Village Lane or whatever. And I said, all right. And it was this woman. It was like a woman version of the Elephant Man.
Wow. The Elephant Woman.
Yeah, it looked like... it was really strange because I was in the front of the cab, and when you're a kid, if something looks odd, you're a bit scared of it, aren't you? Yeah. And my dad was like, look, be all right. And we're driving towards her.
Look, don't worry, son, I've got loads of buns.
And just to
I think I'll just throw one down the street if it lets you run after
You're
it.
being mean, right?
I am a little bit, yeah.
How old were you, 18?
No, I was about 12 or something like that, 11, 12. And as we got closer to her, it looked like she was holding like a bag of spuds on her shoulder.
For a snack.
Right.
And her head was all a bit mangled and messy and that. And my dad said, whatever you do, don't stare at her face.
Yeah.
And she got in the
Because
back.
you turned into stone.
Well, she got in the back, and I had like the mirror, the driver's mirror thing, and sort of having a look, trying to work out. And he said, don't stare at her face. I couldn't work out where her face was. It was that weird.
Oh, God.
So I'm not sure you're from Manchester. I think you're from like Narnia or something.
Yeah, you got frog boys walking around.
The Lord of the Rings.
That got like the claws of a lobster and the head of a toad.
Yeah.
And you got women getting in with spuds for heads. I mean, what
This is not the place you grew up. This is mad.
Oh, you can't believe it in London, can you? You come down and you go, look, symmetry. It must be amazing.
It must be a thing to do with upbringing, though, mustn't it? And because, again, do you know, I've said to you before, years ago, when I was a kid and didn't have any worries, good-looking lad, you go through it a bit, have a few more worries, and you look knackered. Now, back there's a lot more worries and stuff, so you get a lot more freaks. Whereas in London, everyone's like happy, aren't they?
I love the fact that stress can cause your fingers to fuse and your heads to grow.
No, but if
She must have been really stressed to have a head.
Yeah. She was she an accountant or something?
You know what I mean?
But what did she do? What did she say?
Where was she going, by the way?
She couldn't speak.
London Zoo, please.
I think she was going to like
to the fair.
Shop. Seriously, honest to God. On my mum's life, she was. Because at the end of the day, that's a good thing with animals. They don't judge you, do they?
She's not
She wasn't an animal. She's a human being.
She's not actually an elephant.
No, but
you know the elephant man was not actually an elephant. You understand that? He's got no elephant genes in him at all.
No.
That was just a cruel name people gave him.
Yeah.
No, it's the name of the disease, isn't it? Elephantitis.
Look, so listen. So this woman, why was she going to a pet shop?
She was going to a pet shop. What, to find a husband?
Is this true?
No, it is true, yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm not taking the mickey because it must be so really bad for you.
Of course it is.
Carl, I need to ask.
I'm going on to you today about cutting myself shaving.
Yeah.
I was going on about that. To think that she's probably not alive now, but to think...
But you're saying that you're going to say this is a worse problem than a little cut shaving, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think you're right.
Carl, there's a couple of key questions I need to ask. One, if she couldn't talk, how did she tell your father where to drive it? Did she have it written on a note?
Did she point with her nose?
Yeah.
Right, this has got silly. Pick your song.
But and also, finally, where did you say she lived again?
It was like in a village, a little small village.
Right.
Just hidden out of the way.
All I'm saying is we could maybe get like some sort of coach, book some coaches, get a coach party up there to have a look at her. Take some photos.
And now
you can make some lemonade.
The offspring of a woman and some spuds. Yeah. Please enter at your peril. Should it give me a shiny shilling? Carl, any more? I'll tell that story that you were telling me about your dad when he was driving.
Well, it's just that you were talking about. Well, I mentioned Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
And the Forrest Gump types. When my dad was when he was a taxi driver.
Yeah.
He used to have to. Sort of do your bit for the local area.
Oh God!
By taking the Forrest Gump people to Blackpool.
Yeah,
is that what they're called now? The Forrest Gump people? Is that what the organisations that support them ask for them to be referred to?
A minibus with "Life is a box of chocolates."
Exactly.
.com.
Well, Forrest Gump types.
It must have been. So you work with these people. The people with learning difficulties.
And he used to get 5.
Coming home must have been a busman's holiday.
So he got 5 of them in the cab.
Yeah.
And he had to go to Blackpool, and 4 of them were really good, behaving themselves, didn't mess about, weren't fighting and stuff. But there was one who was just causing loads of trouble, and he couldn't control him. And what you've got to be able to do with people like that, you don't want them to get stressed out because it's not good for them. It stresses them out, and you could end up with a bit.
Thanks, Dr. Carl.
You could end up with a bit of a riot on your hands. So he thought, I'll nip this one in the bud right now. And he pulled up just on the outskirts of Blackpool, and he took the one out that was causing problems and put it in a wheelie bin.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologise.
He did what?
Oh,
he did it for the good of the others. He put it in a wheelie bin. He was having a good time. He thought it was one of the rides.
Can you stop saying it?
Him.
Yeah.
He was having a good time, and once he calmed down, my dad went back and picked him up, and he was fine. He had a good.
What? He left him in there the whole time the others were in Blackpool?
No, he left him there not the whole day, probably about an hour and a half.
In a wheelie bin.
In a wheelie bin.
Why couldn't he get out?
Because his arms were trapped on the thing. One of those.
What? He tied him up?
No, do you know because he was a big fella. And he managed to get him in, so his arms were down the side like that. So he was a bit trapped.
Wasn't he screaming and crying and stuff?
He was making a bit of noise, but do you know what I mean?
What you feel served him right?
Well, but anyway, I didn't really want to talk about it. You just brought it up because of Forrest Gump.
Did his family know about this? Is this the first time they'd have heard about this?
He didn't get asked to do it again. Because
Sure. Now, you went to school with a number of different interesting people, some of whom
Two
were
of which,
freaks.
I understand, had big heads and webbed toes.
Is that right?
And yet they were not related to each other, and they weren't friends with each other. Why weren't they friends with each other?
because that'd be obvious.
Did they wear shoes, or did they walk around in their webbed?
Were they good at swimming? Were they good at swimming?
I don't know. I don't think they ever went swimming.
Did they ever talk? Did they ever look over at each other and think,
Yeah, we should hang out more.
I told you something in the week as well. There was another lad at school had a pigeon chest.
You know what?
Can we come back to this?
He had a pigeon
I think we
chest.
should play a record, Carl, because I think we've hooked them now.
Yeah.
I think
There's no one switching off now, Rick.
No, play a record. I was
But we were talking about something before we
Yeah,
played the
right.
record.
The freaks used to go. You had people with big heads, two web feet, didn't hang around each other. That would be too obvious. You had a fella with a pigeon chest.
Yeah, what's the story with the pigeon chest?
Don't know how it happened. It was like it looked like somebody had sort of hit him on the back with a big hammer, and it had come out at the front.
Yeah.
And I've never seen it since.
Could that have been the answer?
What? Why he had it?
Why had it? Possibly, I suppose, in your neck of the woods.
Yeah. Don't know. Never asked him.
It's just come back to haunt you, has it, the pigeon chest?
No, it's just that when you mentioned about kids at school, I forgot all about him. He's talking about the kids with the webbed feet and the big heads,
Yeah.
and I forgot about the little old
The pigeon chest.
pigeon
lad.
boy.
Yeah, pigeon.
Yeah.
I've had an email from Andrew Forrest, who has just simply entitled it Karl Pilkington. Oh, Karl Pilkington.
What do you think of that?
That's got to be your new name from now on.
Oh,
I had a mate who used to use it.
What, he used to call you that?
Yeah.
was that your nickname at school, Pilkington?
No, it's not my nickname.
It is now.
No, it's not.
It is now.
Pilkington.
Pilkington.
Oi, Pilkington.
Oi, Pilkington.
Pilkington, do my homework.
Where do you
Actually.
live? Where do you come from? Pilkington?
No, there's this lad who called Mark, right, who I used to go to school with, who used to call me that. And his mum, right, was like obsessed with cleaning. And I was never allowed in their flat.
He makes the place look untidy.
So she used to, I don't know if it was just me or all his mates, but I used to turn up and she goes, yeah, he is in, but you know what you've got to do? And I used to have to go round the side of his flat, and he had a computer, right, which I used to play. I didn't have one at that point, but he had one. And I used to have to go round the side of the flat and stand at his bedroom window with his window open, and I'd be sort of leaning in playing the game.
You are joking.
I'm not, his mum-
You had the weirdest upbringing I've ever heard. The things you were willing to do. It's the strangest. What is this town like?
No, I stopped going once
Was
I
there
got my
always
own.
music? Like, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. There's the horse in the house there. Oh, look at these two kids with big heads and webbed feet. All right, Ronnie. All right, Reggie. What was it like?
She was obsessed.
It is like you've grown up in a cartoon made for children.
Yeah.
No, his mum was really obsessed with cleaning. Can
I play it through his window?
I used to
Mrs.
marry on.
Ramsbottom, can I play it through Mark's window? Aye, you know what you have to do.
She used to be up till about
Is
3 in
that
the morning.
Pilkington again? Have you washed your hands?
Well, up till 3 in the morning,
She
washing.
used to be up doing the tiles in the kitchen.
Washing until 3 in the morning?
It's at 3 in the morning. And for ages and ages, that saying that out on the tiles, I used to think that came from, like, his mum. Because she was out, like, cleaning them late. So, till I was about 13, I thought that saying, out late, on the tiles,
Yeah.
was,
And now you're not confused by anything.
well...
There's no misunderstandings in your life now, is there?
So was he allowed to walk in and out of the house, was
No,
he?
he was all right, and he used to come round to ours a lot, and my mum used to get these pies from Hagenbach's, right? So
I don't know what that is.
it's at that bakery where they used to chuck the cakes out the back. I'll
yeah.
tell you about.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
he
and
used to
you're
come
at
round.
6. You're at 6.
He loved it, but I could never go round to theirs, or if I did, it was like, well, yeah, he is in, and I'd go, all right, and then I'd walk round the side of the flat, stand outside,
Why did you ever knock at the door? Why don't you just go around and knock on the window?
just to check he's in, because he wasn't always in his room. If
You
he
say
was
it
in
was
the
a-
lounge, he'd have to go to his bedroom, and then that's
You
where
to
he'd
meet you. This is the strangest. And you'd play a computer game through the window.
You say it was a flat. It wasn't like a 5th story one, and you had to get in one of those kind of cleaning contraptions and, like,
Nice.
winch your way up.
on the
I
first
love the
floor.
idea of that.
So,
Oh, Pilkington. Go on.
Women wearing trousers and that, right? On the estate that I grew up in,
Yeah.
on right? There was a woman about 4 houses down, right? Rough. She's the
She
one
was,
who,
or the estate.
she was, right?
Yeah.
She's the one whose kid took a horse into her house.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
Now, we won't go over that again.
No.
If you're a new listener, I think we're covered. I think they get
That's
the
all you
idea,
need to know.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, she used to wear leggings. Now, they're a bad idea.
They are a terrible idea. I agree with you there, Carl. If you're a lady of
What
the
colour?
normo
Were
persuasion...
they pink?
No, they were sort of black, but with all bits on them.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
What, toast and
Just
horse
bits.
droppings. Yeah, go on, yeah.
And she used to, she's quite a big woman.
Sure.
Pauline Quirk, I think
Yeah,
we described her as.
Look like a light bulb, which
It
is
is those
bending
kind of
over in
women that are
leggings.
attracted to leggings.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
They are drawn to them like a moth. Sort of flame.
Yeah.
She
yeah.
used to wear them, and that's what I remember when I read this piece. She used to work on one of those sex line things.
Right.
Right, she used to do that. But
What, was she an engineer?
the weird thing with her was, she had big eyelids
Right.
Go on.
that were too big, and this is what I was thinking.
What,
right?
what do you mean she had big eyelids? How big do eyelids have to be for you to go, they're big eyelids? Or was she shoplifting with them? Would she come out of Dixon's with, like, radio stored in them? What do you mean she had
No,
big eyelids?
it was another one of them popular things around our way. Do you know, like,
What do you mean popular things? They
think
didn't
people
go,
have
they go, oh, I say, well, they're all the rage. Can I get some big eyelids, please?
No. It was just like one of them things that people suffered with. Just big eyelids. They could hardly open their eyes.
What do you mean? What do you mean? That's one of them popular things around where I grew up. People had big eyelids. They could hardly open their eyes. What does that mean? What sort of freak town were you born in? You had webbed feet people with big heads. You got women with big eyelids. What does big eyelids mean?
Are you confusing her with the horse?
yeah. Did she have hooves? Look, what?
Just too much skin. It was like the neck of a chicken, but on the eyes.
What's your point? Anyway, so there's this big eyelided woman with the
And
leggings.
that's what I'm saying to you, though. That's when I read that story with people with trousers.
Yeah.
I went from that.
Yeah.
To
into
a
that.
woman who used to have big eyelids. I still at the point.
But then, and also the other bloke who had the eyelid problem was a mate of mine.
Right.
His dad had it, and same problem, massive eyelids.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
I used to say to my mum, I'm going round to Dave's house.
Yeah.
And
Or
she'd
Drew
say,
Pete,
well,
as you call him.
that's all right, but make sure his dad doesn't take you out in the car, because he could hardly see. He had to have his head.
He gets to tilt his head back to keep his eyes
Make
open.
sure! Did he have a couple of matches with him at all times?
What a load of gobbledygook.
I know.
But this began as educating Ricky.
I know,
So
it's
what,
like
he was
people
thinking,
with eyelids.
but it's like you're supposed to make that leap as well.
Yeah.
If I mentioned the trousers, Ricky will probably be thinking about people with big eyelids and women wearing leggings.
Play a record, Carl.
Got nonsense.
Adverts.
No. All right.
I love the fact that he was fascinated by the strangest village in Britain, but the stories he's told us about where he comes from, there's him going around with two fellas with big heads, webbed feet, a little pigeon-chested bloke, him on his grifter with Maggie pecking at him, his dad in a telephone box nicking groceries, and a horse in the house next door. I mean, how strange was his upbringing? And him hanging from his satchel. Unbelievable.
There's another woman who I remembered. Actually, I'll tell you later.
Go on, what?
No, I'll tell you later about another woman who I remembered.
Give us a teaser.
It's just a woman who rode around on a three-wheeled bike with her husband in a basket. Right, I'll tell you that. Right, and the final
You don't get
clip.
teasers like that on any other radio
That's a hell of a funeral service.
Right, listen.
Right, tell us about this woman.
Well, it was just because you were saying about the, our living.
We are broadcasting now, aren't we? This is actually going out. This is live. This isn't us sort of like...
Yeah, but you were just talking about how I lived in an odd village.
Yeah.
With kids with big heads and all that, right? And what I wanted to do...
What is that again? There's two kids with big heads.
Yeah, they just had sort of big heads and webbed hands and that. They went to my school. And when I spoke to my dad the other day, because I'm going to see my mum and dad tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, have we got any school photographs with the big-headed kids in? And he said, no, nobody bought those sort of school photos because they were in it, so it was always a bit ruined. But I said, well, no. He said sales would, because he obviously talked to other dads and stuff like that, and he just said, oh, no one bought them. But anyway, so
I would love them.
Yeah.
That's why I'd buy them.
Yeah, but I wouldn't stand out, would I? If
And
it's on
that
the
sounds
mantelpiece.
Yeah, well,
But anyway, so I was talking about, you know...
When you say they had big heads, what do you mean? Do they look like someone from Doctor Who?
They were just quite big.
But they weren't related?
No.
So why did two blokes with big heads and webbed feet?
I lived in a weird area. There was a chemical plant close by.
I can't believe you've never told us that before. That explains a lot. Not just the freaks in your neighbourhood, but...
No, there was loads of weird stuff going on. There was this, like I said, there was this woman who used to like live in one of the council flats, right? And she had a three-wheeled sort of big, what do you call it?
Three-wheeled son. He was the weirdest bloke we ever knew.
Well, they call it like a big tricycle, but for an adult rather than one for a kid. It was a big one.
It wasn't a motorbike though. It was a
no. It was a push bike thing.
Right, yeah.
And she used to sort of ride down the road with a fella sat in the basket on the back with his like legs dangling over, and they'd be going to like the pub and what have you.
Was it a different fella each time or the same one?
No, same little sort of bald-headed fella.
Sure, it wasn't collection for like organs and things. Bring out your ill. And then people just throw Grandad just in the back and go, right, we're getting £4 for Grandad.
But she's
got a lovely pair of testicles on him. They're very low, but they
bring out your dead or nearly dead.
She used to pick on her husband quite a lot. They'd be in the pub and what have you, and they'd be sat by themselves, but she'd always be sort of, you know, having a go at him, moaning at him, sort of pushing him about and that. So my dad and his mate, right, they went round to their house, knocked on the door, she answered, and he said he was a copper, right? He said, you know, Detective Pilkington, can I come in and have a word?
So I'm just going to make a note of impersonating a police officer.
Yeah, but for the good, he went in and sort of, now I've heard,
superhero.
Yeah.
I've heard, you know, you picking on your husband a lot. Yeah. We'll be keeping an eye on you. Do it again, and there'll be trouble. And she backed off after that. She was all right.
And how was the husband? Was he still in the basket though? Was he allowed to ever sort of like ride up front with her? Or was he just always in the bar?
She'd sort of stopped picking on him in public places and stuff.
That's good.
Just
you can't get done, can you, just for doing that?
I think impersonating a police officer.
Well, you probably did. There was no gain. I think you can't impersonate a police officer full stop, but I think they'd probably be lenient on him that he was, you know. But let's face it, he's not going to be caught because why would anyone know about it? It's not like his son's going to say it on a radio station, is it? And stitch him right up.
Is this something you did generally? Kind of a little bit of light vigilante work?
Just whatever, him and his mate, just, you know, if they saw something going on, they go, what can we do? Sure. What little scam can we do, or whatever.
That's fantastic. That is brilliant.
So it was last week when there was a little bit of confusion over the one for Holly Valance. Right?
Of course. I don't think it was confusion, I think it was your error.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
And it was Holy Valance and you meant Pelmet.
Then Becky, who called up that time and said, if you're getting mistaken with Pelmet, right, she sent me an email in a week saying, I've done a bit of research. Yeah. It was my fault. I've made an error. Yeah. It is a Valance.
Okay.
And I know about Valances. As I told you last week, at the very end, my auntie loves them. Yeah. Right? She makes them. She started off just like putting them on top of the sort of window around the curtain. And then she thought, I can do more with this. Yeah. And she had a little coffee table that had magazines underneath. And she said, I'm sick of seeing them magazines when I'm sat down.
She sounds like a Pilkington.
So...
I'm sick of seeing them magazines when I sit down.
So she put a Valance around the table.
She just got Valances around everything now.
Yeah. Right? Then, next step, she tapes everything. She never actually watches telly. She tapes it all because she gets sick of listening to the adverts and that. Yeah. So she tapes everything. So she's got loads of videotapes and that. And the video used to get on her nerves. When she was watching a film, she'd see the clock changing. Oh. And it distracted her from the film. So she put a Valance around that.
Yeah. That's genius.
Yeah.
So that is
or is it mental? Only Mrs. Einstein can tell.
I don't know. She's even made a little Jack Russell look like a hovercraft.
Yeah.
It's great.
So everything's got a Valance.
If you go round and you stand still for too long, the chances are she'll put a Valance around your head.
Yeah. This is this is Auntie who?
Auntie Nora.
And this is the one that farted for 5 minutes. Lest our listeners forget. Farted for 5 minutes. Called his mum saying I'm farting. 2 minutes into the fart.
She's about 2.5 minutes in.
Yeah.
You said I'm about 2.5 minutes into
Well,
the
my
pod.
mum said, how long's it been going on for? She said, well, it was about 2.5 minutes before I called you.
Yeah.
And then it went on for a further 2.5 minutes or something. And then it stopped. And,
She couldn't time it because there was a balance over the clock.
Yeah, she
Because it used to
couldn't
annoy
time
her when she was
it.
on the phone and you put her off seeing the
So
time.
she was
guessing it was 5 minutes.
This was one consistent fart.
yeah. I mean, it wasn't making a noise. It was just...
Oh, it wasn't making a noise.
Just gas.
Right, endless gas.
So, there you
That's
go.
fantastic. Well, we started off with a new one. A little bit of Foo Fighters. We like new and old on this show, don't
Indeed, we like to mix it up.
I'd like to play the Smiths from their debut album, I Don't Owe You Anything. I Don't Owe You Anything. The lads from Karl's hometown there.
Indeed.
The Smiths. Brilliant, that one. Wow, I went to Manchester, didn't I, the other day? Went up to Manchester for a
What
little
did you make of
corporate. It was alright.
Yeah.
He went, wait till you get out. You see Piccadilly, it's better than Euston. Right. It was. It was nicer. I went outside and there was a ridiculous queue, and sort of one cab.
Right, yeah.
So,
Horse-drawn.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I walked and it was okay. It was only down the road. It was a bit dark. It was wet and raining.
Obviously, it's the north.
I know, yeah. The hotel was very nice, but no minibar. I've never seen that before. I've travelled all over the world seeing a hotel without a minibar.
No,
so I
I've
don't know
never
what's
heard
going on then. I don't know what's going on there. And then I did this corporate gig in Old Trafford. Pitch was up, don't know what they were doing, but, very impressive, big impressive. I think they're the richest football club, aren't they, Karl?
Yeah.
You did a gig at where?
Old Trafford. It was in a function room.
Oh,
there,
well, I
but,
thought it was the stadium.
No, I'm not that big yet. No. But I mean, I can't really comment on Manchester. I do know that Liverpool was voted most important music city via poll.
True enough.
So, Karl, you're making noises while I'm talking.
Yeah, but you do this all the time trying to wind me up. And I'm not saying Manchester's the best place in the world, but what I'm saying is, there's bits of it that I really miss.
Yeah.
Like last Sunday, right? When I'd met up with Ricky, we had spaghetti bolognese, which was alright. And then I said to him, I need some soil.
Damn, I wish you'd invited me. It sounds amazing.
So I need some soil. What do you think?
You need some what? Soil?
Soil, yeah.
I need to repot a plant, right?
Yeah.
So,
you need to repot a plant?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So, I'm like, where you can't see these shops in London.
You
Do you know what I mean? There's nothing around.
I took him straight to one in my street.
Yeah, but near your street, and that's probably the only one in London.
Well, you say that, Karl.
No, it does annoy me. Round my way, it's like,
You can't move for soil shops.
You can't. There's earth. You can just pick up handfuls walking down the street.
Yeah, incredible.
Which
People
is-
just lean over into someone's front garden. No, you can take the plants as well.
No,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying is,
Go on.
Manchester, there's loads of decent hardware shops.
Yeah.
Here, if you want a panini and a latte or whatever, you can't move from. But for soil, I had to go virtually how many miles away from me to carry that soil home and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not good. I mean, London's alright, but if cities were sort of marked,
It's neglecting the peat market, really.
Well,
isn't
there's barely any mulch available Rick, in central London.
I'm sick and tired of not getting a good decent compost of a Sunday.
Indeed.
So,
It sickens me.
I'm thinking of moving to the north, where there is loads of soil and gravel.
Indeed.
And animal shite.
whatever.
See, you're eating a biscuit. I can't believe it. Are you bored with this already? Do you know what? MTV called me last week. They called me again yesterday and said, when can they come down to do they're coming down next Saturday, by the way, to do a little screen test for you. They're going to sort of just film you with a little camcorder. You said this. They're going to film you. Are you alright? Do you want to, are you hungry? Do you want to go out and have a meal? I can't believe you're eating while I'm on air.
No one can hear that.
Do you know who I am?
No one can hear
Explain who I am.
Well, that's Ricky Gervais, right? He's made his name on TV.
Yeah.
Okay. He's done any number of corporate gigs, and they pay silly money. So,
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's earning, and really earning beyond his talent. All right.
So, I think
this
I
is,
deserve a little bit more than a little mank eating a biscuit while I'm talking.
Rick Gervais.
Yeah.
Have you won a BAFTA?
Yeah, too.
All right. So,
Yeah.
just a little bit of respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Karl,
Well,
what have you won? What have you won?
I got a bronze certificate for doing a full week at school.
That's great.
It was only a bronze.
What's that then? 3 out of 5 days?
and I got me a little Crusaders badge, if you remember.
What's the little Crusaders badge?
The Crusaders badge for the religious club. So
Oh, was that the fella that you went and played
You had to go
ping pong
convert
ball? So
Muslims,
they wanted
did
to
you?
talk to you about God.
yeah,
Yeah.
You got a Crusaders badge, did you?
yeah, that's
Oh,
why I
you
went.
actually
That's
got a
why I
badge
joined. That's why I joined.
For the badge?
I like the little badge. Did 4 weeks and then packed it in.
Travis on XFM 104.9 on Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. We're doing Educating Ricky. Right, final one. Come on, Karl.
Right, what was it? It was, why don't they just get a diary or some paper or something to write on?
Yeah.
Because snappy. I couldn't think of a heading for it. It's basically people who have tattoos. I've never understood it. Right, that they have something put on their arm.
Right, sorry. Have we started the educate? Is this part of it? Are you educating me? This is something that will be useful in my life that I didn't know about.
Yeah.
Go on then.
No, it's just like they've got a machine out, right, that does tattoos. You come up with a design you want, and you sort of this machine scans it, and you put your arm in this thing, and you press print or whatever, and then it does the tattoo on your hand or on your arm.
Like loads of little needles that follow a pattern?
Yeah,
the computer,
basically, yeah.
Is it a real tattoo? It's a proper
proper one. The fella said...
well, as long as it goes out, it pierces the skin with a
I just wondered if it's one of those kind of, those kind of...
No, it must be lots of little needles or a moving needle that can go
Sorry,
along
but
it.
how is this cleaned, like, in between each person?
Dunno, probably... I don't know.
Well, no, as long as it's only that. If it's one needle, it's just the head, isn't it? If it's one needle that moves, does it like loads of little...
What are we gaining from a machine doing it?
Just because they're not going to sort of mess it up.
But hold on, how do you keep your arm still? Because your skin moves slightly. It's a machine
it's sort of strapped to your arm.
Right,
and
so it's spread...
the fella said that the tricky thing was in all this, it was the fact that, nobody would let him test it out on anyone else, so he had to do it himself.
But did it work? Because the thing is with a tattoo artist, they can see when your skin's moved and they can see what they've done and they keep wiping it and looking, whereas a machine's just got to trust itself. Yeah. So I think one needle could go wrong. If it was a lot of needles, that it just came down, 1,000 needles that was an imprint.
Yeah.
But obviously I'm asking someone who hasn't delved any further than there's a machine that can give you a tattoo. That's all you've got at the moment, isn't it?
Well, basically.
That's all you've got?
I mean, that's what I've got because I'm not a fan of tattoos. I don't...
But where did you read this again?
This was...
Internet?
This was on the internet, yeah, it was, yeah.
Okay.
And I just don't understand why people do it. That's what got me attention. Because me...
Sorry, what have I learned from this?
That if you wanted to get one, you can get one done by a machine now. People say machines are sort of taking over and that, and there's another one. But it's just the fact. I mean, I don't know.
So give us the snappy title of this education again.
Why don't they just get a diary or some paper or something to write it on? That's what I always think when I see people with loads of tattoos. Like there's that fella who we were talking about the other week in Scotland who was covered 99% in tattoos. It's just like, what have you done that for?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't get rid of it now. You've done it now.
Yeah.
One of my uncles, right, Tattoo Stan, he's just caked in them.
Tattoos.
Right.
I don't think he's my proper uncle, but it's just like my dad's got...
Tattoo Stan.
No, my dad's got...
That's a province in Russia, isn't it?
My dad's got loads of mates who...
When you say he's not your proper uncle...
do you know, like, when
just a bloke
someone
who used to
comes
hang around
around,
with the
all
school?
right, Uncle Stan.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And my dad had loads of mates like that. There was John the Screw.
Right.
So he either works in a prison or he likes to have sex.
Cabby. Cab driver.
Okay.
There was Jimmy the Hat. I don't know where he
Jimmy
did.
the Hat?
Yeah. And,
did he wear a hat?
No.
No.
There was Fred the Veg.
You sure he wasn't a relative?
Sorry.
Fred the Veg used to get us like big bags of potatoes and that.
Fred Veg, okay.
And there was Tattoo Stan.
Right.
And he was just caked in them. And I used to always look at him thinking, why have you done that? I must have only been like, 6
I
or
suppose
7.
if you're born with a name like Tattoo Stan,
Exactly.
you're destined, aren't you,
were
really?
they like a 1950s gang?
I'm worried about...
doing a bank job.
What was his name? The Hat? What was his name?
Jimmy the Hat.
I'm worried about Jimmy the Hat.
Yeah.
Not having a hat.
I don't understand it.
Are you sure he didn't have a hat?
Not when I met him.
Did he ever wear a hat?
I didn't see him that much.
Do you think it was a joke, like, when your mate's sort of like, 8 foot and huge, you call him Little John or Tiny? Do you think...
Well, the fact that he never wore a
Yeah,
hat.
they went, hold on, I've noticed something about Jim. Go on. No hat. And I go, oh, true, let's call him Jim the Hat.
Jimmy the Hat, yeah. But my Uncle Stan, he had like loads of them. He did them himself.
Oh dear.
And it was always that thing.
God. What was it things like?
He had like the
cross.
cut here,
Cut here, made in Britain.
And if you're going to do them yourself, I'd say at least make sure you're sort of a good drawer.
Yeah.
And don't do it in the mirror so it comes out backwards.
Well, that was the other thing. But, like, I remember he did, names are alright. He had, like, all his kids' names down his arm. And,
what are they called?
Yeah.
Oh, God, it's...
Tattoo Stan Jr.
Yeah.
And,
Paul shits the bed.
I'm trying to...
Oh, Wabbai Kate.
Yeah.
But he had...
Frankie never amounts to anything.
Oh, God.
So he had, like,
Johnny, I don't think he's mine.
So he did all this... I don't even know why I'm telling you about tattoos.
No, nor do I, Carl. Hey, to be honest...
Don and Blitzen from the About a Boy soundtrack by Badly Drawn Boy.
Christmas theme there. Christmas theme there.
You spotted the Christmas theme.
Yeah. Carl's not really in a festive mood, but
I can't imagine Christmas is your time of year, is it, Carl? Well, I'm not sure any time of the year is, really.
I liked it when I was about... I think when I was about 7, I enjoyed it.
was that the one? Was that the year, the big year for
You
you?
get loads of stuff, you don't have to worry about anyone else, but once you've, like, got a job...
What did you get when you... When were you doing your paper round? How old were you then?
I was about 13, 14.
Well, that was then you were a man, weren't you?
I had to buy stuff.
Oh.
But you're still not
You're quite a
having a good
selfish
time.
man, aren't you? I didn't realise this.
No, it's just that
And
Christmas...
that's coming from him, Carl.
My dad always said...
Oh, right, steady on.
Dad said Christmas morning was for, like, for me, so he used to stay in bed. So he never...
That's brilliant. That's a great thing to say, isn't it? Yeah. Christmas morning's for you. Run wild. Do what you want. Just don't bother me.
I'm going to Honolulu for 2 weeks.
That's great. Dad, it's Christmas. Do I have to do anything? No.
So my mum used to get up, because she used to like to see my face light up, when I opened the presents. And then...
to keep the fireworks.
And then we'd have to go to my bedroom from about 6 o'clock onwards, because, like, my mum and dad were into having big Christmas parties, and I wasn't, like, old enough to go.
Right.
So they'd say, right, you've had your fun there, you go up to your bedroom, stay in there.
Really?
Yeah, I remember one year, right, I got a train set, that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Right? It's brilliant. Playing with it all day. I thought, I don't mind about the party, I'm happy staying up here, playing with this. Brother comes in, he's had a few, right, he's going, yeah, give us a go on your train.
How old is he?
He's a bit older than me, so he might have been like, let's see.
Well, let him be 18.
Probably about 18, 19,
how old
something
were
like that. I had a train set, so, I don't know, about
14.
something like that. Yeah. Right, so I'm playing on that, loving it and stuff, and then he comes in and goes, oh, give us a go. He turns the transformer up to, like, 14. He went really fast for about 5 seconds, broke it, and then he went back downstairs.
Wow.
So Christmas, I hadn't even got to
Sounds like
Christmas Day.
the Conservative government with British Rail.
Satire, that is.
Rick, I just thought that there's satire. If there's any satirical shows listening or
it doesn't work in any way, because there's the analogy falls down apart from there being a train.
Think it through, though. British Rail was trains.
Yeah.
And the government broke the trains in many ways. They didn't break them, like, not officially breaking them, but they kind of...
It does work. It's perfect.
Oh, I'm very pleased with that.
And I can't... And no one's asked him to be on the Vlog on His For You.
It's weird, isn't it?
Because
it's strange, that. When you've got a satirical mind that's as quick as that.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
he's broke your little train set. So what did you do?
I just, like, watched telly and had some sausages.
I bet you were happy with that, though, weren't you?
It's a bit annoying, though, isn't it, when your main present of the year has been broke.
And did it ever get it fixed?
No, that was it. Put away.
I'm intrigued why your parents wouldn't let you come and join in the festive fun. Was it like really debauched down there? Was it like eggnog everywhere?
Well, no, but I mean, that's fair enough. 6 is a little bit early, but I just think, if you're a kid, he had his fun, put him to bed at 8, maybe. And
you think so on Christmas Day? I thought that was a day for family.
Well, not if there's a party going on.
Well, don't have the party on to Christmas Day.
Well, that's another option.
Yeah. Your parents are weird, aren't they? A strange breed.
Well, I think that was the year, right? You're talking about buying presents and stuff. I think I did treat my mum to that. I didn't buy my dad anything. I think that was like when I got a bit older, I used to get my dad something because he wasn't that bothered anyway.
No.
So, got me mum, there was a cheap shop, right?
Of course.
Thank God for that.
Called Snips. Right? So I went in there and I thought, let's see what I can get her. And remember Victoria Plum?
I don't think so.
Well, it's like a fairy character.
Right.
Right? I mean, mum's into gnomes and stuff, right? So I thought, right.
She must be pleased with you then.
Victoria Plum. I was thinking, is that one of the neighbours? Is it like a brandy
Do you
liqueur?
remember Victoria Plum?
Victoria Plum.
Victoria Plum, yeah, it's like a little fictional sort of character, right?
Okay.
So I saw it, I thought, yeah, she'll love that, right? So I did my paper round, saved up for 2 weeks, right?
Aww.
Got that sorted, went to Snips, bought the Victoria Plum, next day I'm in town with her, right? So I think, I know what I'll do. I said, come in here a minute, right? So we go in and we're looking around, and I tested her, right? I went, look at that there. That's all right, isn't it? And she goes, oh, it's bloody awful.
Oh, Carl. Oh, Carl. Oh, God.
So then Christmas Day comes. I said, don't bother opening it. She said, no, why? I said,
Oh, no. Why did you still give it to her?
So, well, it was too late. I'd already bought it.
Oh, Carl.
So she opened it, and I was like, and she said, oh, that's nice. I said, why are you saying that? I said, the other day, you said it's bloody awful. She said, oh, no, I thought you were pointing at something else.
Oh, no.
So that's why I don't get anyone anything anymore.
Oh, God. Play record. Oh, God. Oh. That's good, isn't it?
Not bad.
Gold Rush. Let you down. I'm actually quite affected by Carl's Victoria Plum scenario. Just the fact that, like, that eagerness, he wants to make sure it's a great present. He's saved up his paper round. He thinks it's like a gnome, but modern.
I'm worried that you're using it as an excuse now, and that's why you're not buying anyone any gifts, because you've had your fingers burned once. I mean, you were 6, 7 years old. To be fair.
No, you weren't. You were about 13, weren't you, if you're doing your paper round?
Yeah, I must have been, 11 or 12 then.
All right.
Yeah, so I'd saved up. Oh no, I'm not using it as a thing. It's just that.
What did you get your mum this year?
I've sent them some money so they can get a passport.
So they can get a passport?
What do you mean, where are they?
Immigrants?
Are they trapped
No,
somewhere? Well, they're in a holding bay somewhere in Dover.
Yeah, I got
What
a
do you
friend
mean?
who's a truck driver who's going to sneak them across.
What do you mean?
So they can buy a passport. What do they do? Sell it when they were a bit down in their luck?
No, they haven't got that much money, right? They've never been abroad, and the mate said they might take them next year, and they said, oh, we haven't got a passport, so
You've
I
got
thought...
to buy a passport, have you? Isn't that your God-given right as an Englishman?
No, you've got to pay for them. They're 30 quid each, so you better add to, otherwise they're conning me.
Right.
So
you sent them 60
You don't
quid?
get born with a passport, of
You
course you
sent them
don't.
60 quid in an envelope, have you?
Well, check.
Right.
I love that. He'll be watching telly and France will come on and he'll go, oh, what do you think of that? She goes, it looks bloody awful.
Yeah,
Don't open it.
no.
Don't open it. Don't open it.
So you've not paid for a holiday for them. You've
No, I've
you've
just
given
sorted
them-
out it's the better prize, isn't it? Because they can't go anywhere without it.
Well, the passport keeps on giving.
Yeah,
It's the perfect
so-
10 years. That is, yeah.
So, but no, I never used to. I mean, I can't think of other things. I used to get me dad once I started getting him stuff. It used to be a dressing gown, and then. But as an extra surprise, he used to put like a cigar in the pocket, so he'd think that was it.
Yeah.
Then he'd put it on and put his hand in the pocket.
Right, and then he
what's
just
this?
hit you because he thought you'd nicked it.
Oh, dear.
So you bought him a jacket with a cigar? That's quite thoughtful.
Didn't you sneak a cigar once on Christmas?
Yeah. Well, that's when they used to have like the big do's, like I say. You know, they were known for it. Like the whole estate used to know that. You know, we were having a party.
Yeah.
So,
So they'd all come round.
So they all come round and just have food and drink and that.
I cannot imagine how unpleasant that must have been.
Awful.
And you locked in your bedroom with a broken train set.
Yeah, crying.
And looking at Victoria Plum, whatever that was.
In the bin.
Oh, in the bin, yeah. And hear a mum saying, and he got me this.
Isn't
this
piece
shit?
of rubbish.
You could hear him just throwing it against the wall and laughing.
And all the neighbours laughing.
And you'd come down, just be in pieces with loads of spit on it. Just loads of gob on it.
Eyes.
And all the Polaroids of them just like laughing at him,
pointing.
stamping on it.
All right.
Well, that's brought it all flooding back.
But no, I used to get up in the morning and then like they'd still sort of all be there asleep on the floor and on the sofa.
Oh,
that's awful.
Oh.
That's terrible. Christmas is surely the one day a year which is a family thing. It's for the kids. They're the ones
No, that was Boxing Day.
Well, I know.
Oh, that's all right.
It's not
It's over.
Yeah.
Back on the bike.
Christmas is over.
All right. Who's going to pay for this? What, me? Yes, Carl. You're doing 2 rounds today.
Yeah, what's your paper round supporting the entire family?
Yeah.
No, so I used to get up and like go downstairs and they'd be asleep, so I'd be mooching about trying to find like another present that's still working.
I love the idea that these people from the estate had like squashed his presents.
So Yeah, so I found a cigar that had been sort of lit up and then put out, so I thought, I'll have a go at that.
Yeah.
I went outside and had a go, and that's the last time I smoked.
Right.
So I tried it, I thought, I don't like that.
I love the fact that he does everything once.
Yeah.
In his life. It's a line of, I've done everything once. I don't need to do it again.
Teenage Fan Club from the XFM Christmas album, and that's Christmas Eve.
Their guitar sounds are just brilliant. They're just always so nice. Alright, Carl, would you like that? Would you like Teenage Fan Club?
Yeah, they're good.
Carl, I feel like you've never kind of enjoyed the wonder of Christmas. I can't ever get the sense, maybe except when you were very, very young, that kind of bright-eyed, thinking of Santa, kind of landing on the roof and coming down the chimney and drinking the sherry or whatever.
So I like the idea of it, right?
Sure.
The sort of, I used to get a couple of annuals every year,
So did I, yeah.
and I was allowed to open one on Christmas Eve.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So
they could throw it on the fire.
I think
it is so
Have a quick skim through, do the words right.
Yeah. I think so that's a light of a cigar off the cooker. Oh.
Well, anyway, listen, a good friend of ours, Ross Noble, the comedian, brilliant, he gave me this picture, Carl, which he's got from a magazine.
He loves you.
And I have to say, I think this... I just looked at it then. Obviously, it's not going to mean much to the listener.
Oh, this is
but it is
self-indulgent.
currently available. I think it's in the current edition of Bizarre magazine, so you might want to buy that.
It's not horrible, though, is it?
There's a certain grotesqueness about it.
Oh, it's a deformed person, isn't it?
Well, to a degree, but I think what it's going to do for Carl is give him, I think for you and I, Rick, we're going to see his face. Brighten up, like opening a wonderful Christmas gift.
Oh, you know what? I think I've seen this. Is this the one with the kid with the big head?
I'll be honest with you, Carl, it is. Have you seen it already?
Yeah.
Let me just show it to you again so you can kind of
It's like
I haven't seen it.
It's like... yeah.
We shouldn't be laughing at that.
No, but that is like the kid who I went to school with. That is the same.
That can't be the
So
same.
do you recognise him?
Seriously, that is the same thing he had.
I have to say, it does look like it's been computer generated. It's so odd.
Yeah.
But look at the child's face.
I
Look
know.
at his reaction. Don't take another photo of me.
I'm not sure this is right.
It's not right. But I was hoping that would give you, Carl, just a little glimpse of.
We've had a request as well on the best bits. So someone wants to hear you talking about your mates with the big heads.
I don't believe it, because every time we go there, we get some sort of complaint about something.
About what?
Just leave it. Well, that for some reason that always goes from the story with my dad going to Blackpool for taking those kids there.
And what kids?
And, leave it.
No, what? I don't know. There's people who know what you're talking
I'll
about.
tell you when we put a song on.
No, well, I know what it is,
Well,
but you
if
can't
you
just say
want
that.
it,
Is it when? Is it when your dad put a kid in the wheelie bin because he was getting it home?
Yeah. So we're going to
we can't go through it again. It's too controversial.
We're going to... What's the name? No, well, the thing is, right, you were just saying about what are you, about Christmas. That's the funny thing, right? Because in our house, there's no one who's religious, right?
No.
My dad got annoyed when I went to church that day. He was like, what are you doing that for?
Of course.
I went to see a gig in Liverpool. Remember the band The Christians?
Yeah.
He thought I'd join some club.
Yeah.
I said, I've been to see The Christians. He was saying to me, man, what's he doing going out with them?
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, because I'm not christened or anything, my mum used to say to me, don't tell anyone that, because there's witches and stuff.
I want to go back and see his upbringing. I just want to go back and see him at 7. One day in the life of Carl, age 7.
Just to have 3 ghosts visit him tonight. And take him back through time. But we could go with him.
We can be some of the ghosts.
Yeah, the ghosts of Christmas past. Remember this?
That's incredible. Because there's witches. Don't tell me what.
Just
she thought. So she wasn't Christian, but she thought maybe someone could take your soul because you weren't Christian.
There's like there's cults and that, isn't there? And if they find out you're not christened, then
right. I don't think they care. I don't think a lot of cults care.
Well,
but what can they do if you're not Christian?
I don't know. I just said all right, because then through that time there must have been a time when.
But hold on, now they know.
Yeah, but I'm older now, so I'm all right. She used to worry about me playing out on the street.
Oh, she was worried about whether you were naive and stupid and easily led.
Well,
yeah. No. Good point. No, you're right now. Yeah.
So,
yeah. Good.
Yeah.
I just have to show you something, Rick, before we move on. I know we've got another Educating Ricky, but someone just sent this in. Yeah. They've been looking on eBay for Victoria Plum.
You're joking?
Come here and see the photograph.
Oh, God, that's fantastic.
Let's have a look. That's it.
Oh, God, he got that for his mum.
It's the worst piece of tat I've ever seen.
Carl! Carl. Imagine how...
gutted.
Carl. Imagine how... Look, think of him now, right?
There it is.
That's the worst
thing I've ever seen. I tell you, it looks like a Diddy man gone wrong.
It's
it looks like a
extraordinary.
Diddy man prostitute. That is.
Is that the one, Carl? Is that...
Well, it was a different colour. It had a yellow at mine.
No, but look, how do they get? Tell them they
Okay, so,
going to eBay.
So you need to log on to ebay.co.uk. I'm sure you've used it before. It's the online marketplace, ebay.co.uk. And if you type in Victoria Plum, I'm assuming that you can track this down.
That's amazing.
It's the worst piece of rubbish
just
I've ever
think
seen.
how cute he was as a kid, though, doing that. Just think of him, just going, just seeing that and thinking, oh, like, she likes gnomes. It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know what her prize collection of gnomes looks like, but I can't imagine they're much better than that. I mean, gnomes are a fairly grotesque thing. But certainly your mum's taste and discretion is...
Did you ever those houses on your estate, you'd go in there and it was just loads of those dolls still in their packaging all around the room? And sort of like one of those homes that keeps the sort of packaging on the 3-piece suite.
Why don't you buy another one for her for Christmas?
Yeah.
It's $3.99. It looks, but that's £2.49 because that was $3.99.
Well,
oh, buy it, Carl.
no, 'cause I've sorted out her passport this year anyway. I'll get her that next year.
I've had an email from Andrew Forrest who has just simply entitled it Karl Pilkington. Oh, Karl Pilkington.
What do you think of that?
That's got to be your new name from now on.
Oh.
I had a mate who used to use it.
What, he used to call you that?
Yeah.
Was that your nickname at school, Pilkington?
No, it's not my nickname.
It is now.
No, it's not.
It is now.
Pilkington.
Pilkington.
Oi, Pilkington.
Oi, Pilkington.
Pilkington, do my homework.
Where do you live? Where do you come from? Pilkington?
No, there's this lad who called Mark, right, who I used to go to school with, who used to call me that. And his mum, right, was like obsessed with cleaning. And I was never allowed in their flat.
He makes the place look untidy.
So she used to, I don't know if it was just me or all his mates, but I used to turn up and she goes, yeah, he is in, but you know what you've got to do? And I used to have to go round the side of his flat, and he had a computer, right, which I used to play. I didn't have one at that point, but he had one. And I used to have to go round the side of the flat and stand at his bedroom window with his window open, and I'd be sort of leaning in playing the game.
You are joking.
I'm not, his mum.
You had the weirdest upbringing I've ever heard. The things you were willing to do. It's the strangest. What is this town like?
No, I stopped going once
Was
I
there
got my
always
own.
music? Right? There's the horse in the house there. Oh, look at these two kids with big heads and webbed feet. All right, Ronnie. All right, Reggie. What was it like?
She was obsessed.
It is like you've grown up in a cartoon made for children.
Yeah.
No, his mum was really obsessed with cleaning. When
Can I play it through his window?
I used to,
Mrs. Ramsbottom, can I play it through Mark's window? Alright, you know what you have to do.
she used to be up till about 3 in the morning.
Pilkington again. Have you washed your hands?
What up till 3 in the morning?
She
Washing.
used to be up doing the tiles in the kitchen.
Washing until 3 in the morning.
It's at 3 in the morning. And for ages and ages, that saying that out on the tiles, I used to think that came from, like, his mum. Because she was out, like, cleaning them late. So, till I was about 13, I thought that saying, out late, on the tiles,
Yeah.
was...
And now you're not confused by anything.
Well...
There's no misunderstandings in your life now, is there?
So what was he allowed to walk in and out of the house, was he?
No, he was alright, and he used to come round to ours a lot, and my mum used to get these pies from Hagenbach's, right? So...
I don't know what that is.
It's at that bakery where they used to chuck the cakes out the back, I'll tell you about.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
and
he
you
used to
at
come round.
6, you at 6.
He loved it, but I could never go round to theirs, or if I did, it was like, well, yeah, he is in, and I'd go, alright, and then I'd walk round the side of the flat. Stand outside.
Why did you ever knock at the door? Why don't you just go around and knock on the window?
Just to check he's in, because he wasn't always in his room. If
You
he
say
was
it
in
was
the
a-
lounge, he'd have to go to his bedroom, and then that's
You
where
say
he
To
would
meet
check.
you. This is the strangest. And you'd play a computer game through the window.
You say it was a flat. It wasn't like a 5th story one, and you had to get in one of those kind of cleaning contraptions and, like, winch your way up.
On the
I
first
love the
floor.
idea of that.
So-
Oh, Pilkington. Clocks from the Coldplay on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant, and back Karl Pilkington.
Hey.
He's raring to go. That's nice when you have a bit of time off, isn't it?
Yeah, how long have you had off now
About
then,
3
Carl?
weeks.
About
About 3
is it?
weeks, yeah. We can't do that because we're sort of self-employed and we'd be letting people down. But it's different when you get paid anyway, whether you turn up or not. But good to have you back. Good to
I'm
have
never off ill.
No,
It's the
good-
first time
No,
I've ever been off ill. Like,
Well, no, I mean, just you're off 2 weeks and then you're off
No, I just wish I was the kind of person who could let down an audience
I know,
of regular
really,
listeners.
Yeah, but like I say,
Well, no, we spoke to you. You weren't that bad. A cold, you don't go home for a cold. We were discussing this last night in the pub, and you don't go home for a cold. Okay, then, so moving on. What have we got then? We got some
Wasn't
great
cold,
songs.
though.
I've brought in the Smiths. I've brought in Buzz Cox. I've brought in Neil Young. I know Steve's got some hip hop.
Some great hip hop.
I've got some
Hooray!
great Elvis Costello. It's going to be great. Carl, come on, concentrate. You've been away for 3 weeks.
just annoyed. No, stop saying that.
What?
Because you're annoying me now.
Why? Oh,
that
what do you do? Go home ill? Oh, he's annoyed me. Oh, has he? Yeah, I got wet jeans and I'm a little bit annoyed. Can I have some time off but still get paid? Yes, of course you can,
Steve,
Carl.
right? He called me up, winding me up about this, and right, I'm 30, right? I'm 30 now. I can only remember being off 2 times.
Oh, his memory's going as well. You had some time off.
And both of them were when I was at school.
School? What's school?
One when it was windy.
Why did you have time off? Because it was windy.
But to be honest, Carl, that lasted for 7 years. Your time off at school.
Why did you have time off? Because it was windy.
Were you windy, or was it windy outside?
No, it was like when
Your auntie wasn't out the window, was she?
when the winds were bad in the 70s, and my mum said, "Oh,
What? Whoa. What? I remember space operas and flares. I don't remember the winds being bad in the 70s.
well, my mum just said, you might get blown into the road, so don't."
She had so much faith in you, didn't she? As a human being.
Is that why she got fired from the pie shop? I'm not coming in today, I might get blown into the road.
God.
The funny thing it was, right, Steve, they had this thing going at school, because a lot of people used to wag it back then.
Used to what?
Wag it, sort of not go in.
Right.
Right? And they sort of tried to make it interesting for you by giving you
An education.
a certificate if you did a full week.
Reward for the rest of your life with
yeah.
achievement. That sort of carrot.
And also, like, let you go home at 3 o'clock on a Friday,
Right.
If you'd done a full week and that. right?
Yeah.
So it was lovely weather all week. Then it just sort of changed on a Friday, and I got up and it was all windy.
It's
My
always
mum
windy
said,
for Friday on 7, isn't it?
don't, if you don't want, don't go in, because, you might get blown into the road and that. So I said, all right, then I'll stay off. And
So why did she told you to hold on to a fence or walk you there? What's this? Don't go out.
Immediately give up.
I love this getting blown into the road. Is that based on your cats that kept getting blown into the road?
Well, so I got to school on the Monday, right? And the teacher said,
Took you a
right,
long time.
today, to punish you, you're the only one who wrecked the whole week, right? Everyone else came in. You didn't. So everyone else is going home at 3 o'clock today. But you're not.
Brilliant. Serves you right. And
I wasn't bothered though. It was great because I said, well, you'll have to stay with me, won't you? And it was great. So all I did for half an hour was doodle and stuff. It was great that afternoon.
yeah.
And that was ages ago. That was like when I was about 8. And that's one of the times I was off ill.
Yeah.
So it was,
but that wasn't even ill, that was wind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit different when you're
To be
in the
honest with
adult
you-
world, though, Carl. You can't just not turn up because you've got a bit of a cold or you're a bit fed up. I mean, we had an appointment 4 o'clock Thursday, wasn't it? And he had to call it because I cancelled it. Meeting went on a bit late. Time management. Get things done. If it was important, you'd get it done. Play a record, Carl.
Pull your finger out, please.
when I was a kid, right, and it's all right for you to go into women's toilets when you're a kid. It's like, oh, it's a bit cute, right? As long as you're not like over 15 or something, right?
Right.
But when I was a kid, I went into a toilet, and women, when they use their little cubicles, they don't shut the door. Some of them just sit down on the toilet, right? And you see everything. And, no, seriously, that's probably one of the first times I saw like a woman.
Yeah.
That, right? And my Auntie Nora when she was staying over.
What happened with your Auntie Nora?
She was, she's into wearing caftans.
Into wearing what?
You know, caftans.
Oh, yeah.
What are caftans?
Big, bellowy sort of dresses.
Right, right.
And, yeah, I used to sit on the floor at home in front of the telly.
Sure.
She was on the chair behind.
Yeah.
She did a bit of a sort of a Sharon Stone scene.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
There was no underwear.
No.
What age were you?
What was it like?
What age were
It
you?
was like a ripped tennis ball.
What? Right, we're off air. We're off air. Either that or put us in for the Sonys.
I've told you before about buying presents.
Did those gloves have your name sewn in them? And a piece of string that ran over the back of your duffel coat?
You know, I've never been into getting presents and that. I had the problem at that Christmas one, that time with the Victoria Plum.
Yeah, we'd hate that. We'd hate to bring that back.
We've done that.
Because you talked about the book, because it's kind of to do with your dad, isn't it? He's a very bad gift buyer. Was that the problem?
Well, yeah, my dad just wouldn't bother. It was my mum who sort of made an effort, and she sort of worked out half of what I wanted, then she left it to me dad to get it off someone, see if he could get one cheap or whatever.
I love the fact that usually people talk about, like, drinking heavily or violent abuse, right?
Yeah.
But here's what he's been left with and scarred with from parents is bad gift buying.
Yeah, and
That's
the
not so
Victoria
bad,
Plum
is it?
incident.
In the greater scheme of things in the world,
Yeah, but-
that's not a bad thing to have, is it?
Right, there was this, this is what it's like about getting presents and stuff, right? With my mum and dad.
Go on.
My mate, Colin, right?
Colin Mackin?
No, Colin Bailey,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
He had a little Sinclair Spectrum, right?
Yeah.
Computer,
Yeah.
which was like the thing to have at that
yeah,
time,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
You used to always go round to his house. The deal was...
Not the one you had to play through the window because you weren't allowed to.
No, that's another lad.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is a different lad. And the deal was, he came to our house, and my mum gave him a pie. And then I'd go round to his, and I'd stay there for a few hours playing, you know, Hungry Horace and stuff like that on it.
Sure.
Right? Now, my mum and dad knew that I really wanted one of these computers, right? So I waited about a year. Came round to Christmas Day. I thought, I reckon might have one. Turned out they bought me the wrong one. They bought me a ZX81 instead of a Spectrum, right? And Christmas Day, I'm there trying to load the games up. It's not working. I'm thinking, what's wrong, right? And the thing with me when I was a kid, I used to get quite sort of agitated.
This
quite
is the moment.
right? I found out that it needed a RAM pack to make it work, right? Looking in the thing and it's saying, and make sure you put your RAM pack in the back. And I was like, oh, where's the RAM pack? And my dad's going, I don't know, I've got you the main bit. That's it. So, I was that wound up, I just was sick, right? Just sick. I didn't feel sick or anything, I just was like, oh God, went to the sink, just sick. Because I was that on edge about it. I said, come on, we've got to get one. And my dad's like, Tandy's shut, we're not gonna get anything today. Ruined again, Christmas Day. That was after the year when my train set got blown up by our kid. The following year, no RAM pack. And now you ask me why don't I get good presents?
He's scarred. He just
I'm gonna die. Honestly, I'm gonna die. He's just screaming sick.
Yeah. There's no RAM pack.
Did you get to the bottom of it? Why wasn't there a RAM pack?
You have to buy them separate.
Oh,
It's one of them
okay.
cons.
What do you mean I can't play Frogger?
Oh no.
So, wasn't there another incident when you threw up? Spontaneously threw up?
Oh.
Through sheer anxiety?
I do get it. It's not so much now because I've relaxed a bit, but as a kid I used to be quite on edge all the time with certain things.
Do you think that's what happened to your
The
cat
wind.
that kept being sick? That it didn't get the food it wanted? And it just threw up? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
God, so they shaved it.
Yeah, but again, you see, the cat thing, I mean, it's mad. I was thinking about it the other day, right? I used to think I had quite a normal upbringing,
You didn't.
right? And someone was talking
Your
about the
mother
cat.
once told you not to go to school because it was windy, Carl. It was
Yeah.
not a
Right.
normal
The
upbringing.
cat was being sick, so she shaved it, so it was easier to clean.
Right, well, my mum and dad went on holiday, right? And I stayed at the Rosses down the road.
Oh, yeah.
Only a kid, must have been about 5 or something, right? And I was always running around in the house. I had a lot of energy as a kid. What the Rosses did, they had this cat that was dead violent, the most violent sort of angry cat I have ever witnessed.
A tiger.
It was honestly, Steve, if it was bigger, it would have been, because it was just always having a go at you.
Yeah.
If you went to pat it on the head, it went to bite you and stuff. And what they used to do with it, to stop me running around, I'd sort of be running around, and then I'd get a bit tired, and they'd say, have a lie down on the settee. So I'd lie down on the settee and I'd nod off. And what they used to do, I'd wake up and I'd put the cat on my belly. Right? So I'd be scared to move because it's like it's going to get me.
But it would keep you there.
It kept me there, and it used to sort of slaver on me, and they'd sort of, you know, go out or whatever, and I'd be lying there. That's not normal, is it?
Carl, sorry, were you created by the Brothers Grimm for one of their fairy tales? What kind of a life is that?
A cat paperweight to keep Carl in place. He keeps blowing around. It's windy. We'll have to weigh him down. Be careful. Your mum probably told him that it's a windy day. You got to get something heavy on him. Otherwise, he just gets blown into the road. God.
Bless him.
Did I ever tell you about my Uncle Alf?
No.
He wasn't a proper uncle, right? But he was just one of my dad's mates and that. And he was getting on a bit. He must have been about 60, which is pretty old when you're younger and that. And he was the same. He used to always wear a suit and that, but he was never in good nick. It was always like a rough suit, but it doesn't matter. He's still making half the effort and that. Yeah. And he used to sleep in a dinghy. Right, my Uncle Alf.
What, in his house?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, in a flat, he's in like a little bed sit. Because he only had a little bed sit and he was into boats and stuff. So he had this
Two birds with one stone.
Had this little dinghy, had a little flat, thought, well, it's tight space and that. He had a dinghy as a bed, and he had 2 tellies, right? He had 2 tellies, one that the sound worked on, the other one only the vision worked. So if you wanted to watch a programme,
you had to turn both on.
Put them both on like BBC One, turned one up and watched the other one.
Wow. That's extraordinary.
From his dinghy?
Sat in his dinghy.
That is brilliant.
It was an inflatable dinghy, it wasn't like a wooden.
Yeah, an inflatable one, big inflatable.
Did you ever go around and visit him?
Yeah, now and again.
Was it weird seeing a 60-year-old bloke in a suit, in a dinghy inside, watching 2 tellies?
It's weird at the time, I thought.
Which of the TVs stopped working properly first? I mean, did he... let's say the sound went on one of them. Yeah. Did he carry on watching the other one, hoping... that the other one was fine?
No, he went and got a new telly, and then the vision went on that, and he went, oh no. He went, hold on then.
Wait a minute.
I've got another telly in the wardrobe that I haven't used it. It must have been like that.
Yeah.
Wow, he sounds brilliant. Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still around, yeah. I haven't seen him for years, but he used to...
was he married?
I
think that's what happened. I think his wife passed away, and that's when he had all this... he had a boat. And it's like, oh, where am I going to put it in a bed sit? And it was like, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sleep in that. So, yeah.
I wonder if he ever brought any women back. Just the idea of bringing them back. Getting down to it. Shall we move into the bedroom?
Ahoy! Oh, that is fantastic. What were we talking about before? I was until the most complaints ever. The Last Temptation of Christ.
I haven't seen it.
Was it? It's Scorsese, isn't it?
It's Martin Scorsese, and I've bought the film actually recently because I was intrigued to see it, but I've not actually watched it. But from what I understand, the reason that it was so outrageous is because it has a whole sequence which shows what it would be like if Jesus had lived his life and not martyred himself on the cross, but lived his life as a human being, part of which is him having sex. And so I think that was chiefly what the outrage was, that it was showing this godly man to be, as human as he was supposedly, because he's supposed to be human as well. So that's the reason. That was the reason that there was complaints there. I don't know. I haven't seen the film.
Well,
I can't say.
You see him, do you?
You see him having sex, I think, yes.
Although it is an actor, Carl.
Yeah, it's not actually Jesus Christ.
It's not the real Robert Powell. No. It's an actor playing Robert Powell.
It's that, you see, sex on films and all that, right? When I was growing up, I'd be watching... No, I'm just saying an example of this, really, right? When I was growing up as a kid and I'd be, watching films with my dad, right? He'd really be enjoying a film, right? And then a sex scene would happen.
Right.
And he'd go...
On film?
Or
just behind you?
In the film, a sex scene would happen.
Your brother up to his old tricks again.
And he'd get up and go make a cup of tea, right?
Right.
Typhoon? That he'd stolen from some sort of telephone box?
And, even recently, he thinks it ruins a film. Do you know what I mean? Because there's no need for it to happen, is there, really?
Yes.
Why?
Sometimes it's warranted. If the film itself is
there's some films it isn't though. Some films it isn't.
Some films it's arbitrary.
I think the films that him and his dad watched together on Channel 5. Probably not. Is it only on Channel 5 in your house?
But let's put it. Yeah, if you're watching, I don't know, a late night Friday night,
from 1983.
Yeah, Illegal Briefs. A beautiful lawyer has to defend a man who may be a killer. She falls in love with him, but does she know the real man?
Oh dear.
You know what I mean, though.
Lest you forget, of course, that I...
Love Heat. With the bloke that is now in... Go on.
Of course, that I, according to the Internet Movie Database, I once appeared in one of those films, in the film Killer Image, a Canadian film, I believe, from 1989. According to that computer...
it's all wrong, isn't it?
It's all wrong. It's all wrong. Of course it is, yeah. Apparently, I was in that, and I played the role of Kirk.
Was it a porn thing?
No, I think it's just an erotic thriller.
Oh, right.
That I suppose it
You
is.
only had a very small part, though, didn't you?
Indeed.
Yeah.
But no, do you know what I mean? Sometimes you don't need to go that far. Say, like in this Jesus program, right?
Film.
What was it called?
The Last Temptation of
You
Christ.
just like talking. You know what? What's his name? Is it Ralph in The Simpsons?
Yes.
I drawed a kitty cat. It's like talking to that.
Yeah.
No, but right, this temptation thing, right?
Do you know, often we don't get that many complaints on this show. We don't get very many complaints. And I think that's either because there's no listeners, or B, it's because most people agree with Carl. And that
I
terrifies
know.
me.
Or they let him off because it's like, you know, you can plead insanity, you can go mental and kill a few people, but they go, oh, he's a bit backwards.
No, but was it because, like, they're saying that he was having it away? Or is it because you saw it? What got the complaints?
The complaint was the very suggestion that Christ
It was
himself would be
a
having
blasphemous
sex.
thing, not the fact that you saw an actor's knob.
So what about if they just cut it down a bit and you like saw the little stable door closing?
It wasn't the baby Jesus having sex. It was the grown man.
The stable door shutting.
No, but do you know what they
the
do?
nativity scene.
Oh, that is brilliant.
but then-
The wise men saying, I can't believe we brought myrrh, we should have brought condoms.
No, yeah. There's 2 for 1 offering, Boots.
Yeah, I don't know what we were thinking. With frankincense.
It's just that it's always awkward.
Should we
isn't it?
apologise now to the Christian church as well?
yeah. So
Sorry,
can we-
the little Chinese fellas, little Welsh fellas, and the little Christian fellas.
We haven't said anything wrong.
No.
It's like, you see, when I was growing up,
Stable door. I love the idea that in Carl's world, he was born in a stable, just thought, well, I love this place.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stay here the rest of my days.
This is good here. Oh, brilliant.
but when I was watching telly with my mum and dad, I mean, it still happens now, right? My dad will sort of go, oh, ruined, good film ruined, right?
Yeah.
If some sex scene happens.
But why doesn't he
But
just
what are we
ignore
talking
it?
about sex scene? Are we talking about a kissing, or are we talking about penetration and looking at the camera? Going,
just-
are you enjoying this, Pilkingtons? What are we talking about? What is sort of extreme levels are we talking about?
Right, last time I was down there, right?
Yeah.
What was it? Meet Joe Black.
Meet Joe Black.
Meet Joe Black is a terrible film.
Yeah.
Right? There was good film, and then you know it's going to happen because like the music comes in. Brad Pitt's keeping quiet. A woman's eyeing him up.
Sure.
So my mum,
I love that.
my mum's worked it out already, and she's going. Anything on the other side, love?
She knows. She
She
knows.
knows it's something's.
Well, so you can be enjoying a film and you can be an hour and 10 in, and then some spidey senses of one of them can go, should we turn it over? And the other one goes, yeah, all right.
Are you sure it's not them protecting you from scenes of sex? So that what they're thinking is, what if Carl gets the idea to have sex?
Yeah.
That could lead to procreation. We don't want any more like him.
Yeah.
We've got to end the line here.
You sure it's not the doctor? Keep calling out and going, you are keeping away from
exactly.
women, aren't you?
He must never find out.
Are you
how
sure
it's
they're not
done.
embarrassed because they're watching a sex scene with their son?
It happens every time, right? There's 2 things that my mum does, right? It's that if there's sex scene on the telly, she'll go, anything on the other side, love? And the other thing she always says, if ever there's anything on the telly with Elvis in it,
Yeah.
she goes, oh, I like him, right? And we all know, we sat there, we know what she's going to say next.
Yeah.
So you don't even bother saying why, right? And she goes, he likes fat, ugly people.
He what?
He liked fat, ugly people. He didn't always go for like the good-looking fans in the crowd.
What Elvis did?
Yeah.
Right.
That was always the thing. And
I'm sorry. No, hold on. I don't know what we're doing now with our lives, Steve. Wait a minute. Right. So your mum says 2 things, right? She either says...
Is there anything else on the other side?
Or, I like Elvis. There's a pause because you know what she's going to say next. She says, he liked fat, ugly people. How often does this occur?
Well, because they've got like, Sky, there's a lot of those channels on. They're like the music channels. So Elvis always comes on. There's either an Elvis film, there's like, a classic hit by him on.
And she'll go, I like Elvis, he likes fat, ugly people. And what do you mean he liked fat, ugly people?
Is she a fat, ugly person?
Because there's that special Vegas show, isn't he, where he's dancing about, right? And he's got loads of scarves around his neck.
Towels.
Yeah. And like, he always hands them down to the fat, ugly ones. Right. And I always say it's because they're the fat, they've got a sweaty face because they can't, you know what I mean?
I don't know what world they live in.
I don't know how we've gone to this subject.
What sort of world are you guys when you're watching his face? And what do you mean fat, ugly ones? You mean they're in the front, they're sweating a lot because they're a bit chubby?
So she thinks, is giving them a towel because it's
But he's
like,
really going, wipe your face, you're putting me off, you fat cow. Stop sweating near me.
There's another one.
What?
So, hairy Chinese kids.
Yeah.
Jesus.
We haven't slagged off hairy Chinese kids. We slagged off Chinese. We didn't slag anyone off. We just said they really haven't got a town as such, and they wear shoes. What do we say?
Yeah, little wooden shoes.
And what
I just don't know how we got onto Elvis and big fat ugly women. I don't know I don't know how we sidestepped from the Last Temptation of Christ.
Did you see that Fat Girls and Feeders
Go on
program?
a minute.
Eh?
What's
Tom
that?
Petty first.
Oh, brilliant! It's a great song. Breakdown.
How many
Tom
other
Petty.
radio shows have talked about Last Temptation of Christ, Chinatown,
Yeah.
fat ugly women?
Yeah.
In 60 minutes.
Exactly. Incredible. Sony Award winning.
I've always wanted a little owl on my desk. I'd like be doing work and there'd be a little owl there, and I go, "Can you give me that pencil?" And it just sort of goes over and gets me a pencil, goes, "Cheers," and it just watches me and it thinks I'm brilliant. Do you know what I mean?
Not really, no.
No?
No, I've never had an urge to have any kind of animal sat on my desk.
No, Carl? You'd like a little owl, wouldn't you? That helped you.
No, I had a little magpie, didn't I? We've talked about that.
Oh, he came down and started pecking your grifter, didn't he?
Yeah.
What was his name?
Maggie.
Sure.
Brilliant.
Inspired.
And you took it to school and it didn't come back once.
Didn't come back. Didn't see it again.
Oh dear. Did it ever peck your head? Because you used to have hair, didn't you?
Mm.
Yeah.
No, it did. It started getting a bit violent.
Really?
Yeah.
But was it becoming sort of of age when adolescents probably sexual frustration sort, because I think magpies go for shiny objects, don't they? And you were probably sort of probably losing it a little bit then in the front, and so when the sun was out,
There's a bit of a sheen on the front.
they saw a glare and thought, "I'll have that."
Yeah.
What is that? That's brilliant.
Yeah. Or as it was sort of pecking away, it mistook it for a tree.
Yeah, because of the noise.
Because of the noise. Yeah, the hollow sound.
Go on.
Women wearing trousers and that, right? On the estate that I grew up in, on, right? There was a woman about 4 houses down, right? Rough. She's the one
She was, or the estate?
She was, right?
Yeah.
She's the one whose kid took a horse into her house.
Yes.
Right.
Now, we won't go over that again.
No.
If you're a new listener, I think we covered. I think they get
That's
the
all you
idea
need to know.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, she used to wear leggings.
Yeah.
No, they're a bad idea.
They are a terrible idea. I agree with you there, Carl. If you're a lady of
What
the
colour?
normo persuasion...
Were they pink?
No, they were sort of black, but with all bits on them.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
What, toast and
Just
horse
bits.
droppings? Yeah, go on, yeah.
And she used to, she's quite a big woman.
Sure.
Pauline Quirk, I think
Yeah,
we described her as.
Looked like a light bulb when
It
she was
is those
bending
kind of
over in
women that are
leggings.
attracted to leggings.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
They are drawn to them like a moth. Sort of flame.
Yeah.
She used to wear them, and that's what I remember when I read this piece. She used to work on one of those sex line things.
Right.
Right, she used to do that. But
What, was she, an engineer?
the weird thing with her was, she had big eyelids.
Right.
Go on.
That were too big, and this is what I was thinking.
What,
right?
what do you mean she had big eyelids? How big do eyelids have to be for you to go, they're big eyelids? Or was she shoplifting with them? Would she come out of Dixon's with, like, radio stored in them? What do you mean she
No,
had big eyelids?
it was another one of them popular things around our way. Do you know? Like,
What do you mean popular things? They
think
didn't
people
go,
have it.
they go, "Oh, I'll tell you what, they're all the rage. Can I get some big eyelids, please?"
No. It was just like one of them things that people suffered with. Just big eyelids. They could hardly open their eyes.
What do you mean? What do you mean? That's one of them popular things around where I grew up. People had big eyelids. They could hardly open their eyes. What does that mean? What sort of freak town were you born in? You had webbed feet people with big heads. You got women with big eyelids. What does big eyelids mean?
Are you confusing her with the horse?
Yeah. Did she have hooves? Look, what?
Just too much skin. It was like the neck of a chicken, but on the eyes.
What's your point? Anyway, so there's this big eyelided woman with the
And
leggings.
that's what I'm saying to you there. That's when I read that story with people with trousers.
Yeah.
I went from that.
Yeah.
To
into
a
that.
woman who used to have big eyelids. I still know the point.
But then, and also the other bloke who had the eyelid problem was a mate of mine.
Yeah.
His dad had it, and same problem, massive eyelids.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
I used to say to my mum, I'm going round to Dave's house.
Yeah.
And
Or
to
Drew
say,
Pig,
well,
as you call him.
that's all right, but make sure his dad doesn't take you out in the car, because he could hardly see. He had to have his head
gets to tilt his head back to keep his eyes
Make
open.
sure! Did he have a couple of matches with him at all times?
What a load of gobbledygook. This began as educating Ricky.
I know,
So
it's
what,
like
he was
people
thinking,
with eyelids.
But it's like you're supposed to make that leap as well.
Yeah.
If I mentioned the trousers, Ricky will probably be thinking about people with big eyelids and women wearing leggings.
Play a record, Carl.
Got nonsense.
Adverts.
No. All right.
I had so
the-
much
the
mash
farmers.
last night. I had so much sausage mash, the second helpings, that I had to sit on the edge of a seat so my stomach could hang down. I love spuds. Spuds and bread. I could not do without spuds and bread.
I feel like maybe I could make my own bread. Spuds, I wouldn't know where to start with a spud.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're amazing. You can boil them, you can broil them.
Yeah.
I don't know what broiling is,
Nor do
but
I.
I suspect it's tasty.
I don't think it's as good as... I mean, obviously the chipped potato is...
For the working
everyone's
classes,
favourite.
the chip.
It was always on. The chip fat fire was always on in my household. The ceiling, the death trap fire, polystyrene ceiling was yellow.
Exactly.
Come Wednesday in our house.
Yeah.
And, always had chips.
Because all I remember hearing, if I think back to my childhood, all I remember was, gotta stop and get some potatoes, or phone your dad, tell him to get some potatoes.
Well, that was your job, wasn't it? Carl?
Get the potatoes.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, it does concern me
What
because
did you have to do? Didn't you have to fill a diary out for your
Well, it's
teacher?
do you know when you're at school? I don't know if you do the same thing, but you get like a little red book, right? And every night, I think it was a way of the teachers sort of keeping an eye on you. So if you went out robbing, if you wrote it in your diary, they'd go, what you're playing at.
Sure.
Right? So you'd have to write down what you did every night.
Yeah.
But I didn't get up to that much at that point.
Sure.
I used to just go on my errands.
Yeah.
And it was my job to like...
I haven't heard errand since the 70s.
it's nice to hear that.
Go on.
I went to Phase, right, the little local supermarket.
Yeah.
And I got...
What's it called? Euthanasia? What? I did...
Phase.
New phase.
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 Yeah.
H-U-G-H. Phase.
Oh, Hugh
it's
Phase
his
is his
name.
name, right.
Yeah.
And
You
I just had
phase,
to
aren't you?
I just had to get like a bag of potatoes.
Of course you did, yeah.
And a
Essential.
loaf.
Staple.
So I used to put that in my diary every day, and it got to a point when like even the teachers were like, just make something up.
Yeah.
Stop putting the same thing in.
Sure, start joyriding or something. Live.
I love the fact that he was fascinated by the strangest village in Britain, but the stories he's told us about where he comes from, there's him going around with two fellas with big heads, webbed feet, a little pigeon-chested bloke, him on his grifter with Maggie pecking at him, his dad in a telephone box nicking groceries, and a horse in the house next door. I mean, how strange was his upbringing? And him hanging from his satchel. Unbelievable.
There's another woman who I remembered. Actually, I'll tell you later.
Go on, what?
I'll tell you later about another woman who I remembered.
What's give us a teaser.
It's just a woman who rode around on a three-wheeled bike with her husband in a basket. Right, I'll tell you that. Right, and the final
You don't get
clue.
teasers like that on any other radio
That's a
station.
hell of a funeral service.
Right, listen.
Right, tell us about this woman.
Well, it was just because you were saying about the, our living.
We are broadcasting now, aren't we? This is actually going out. This is live. This isn't us sort of like...
Yeah,
sort
but
of-
you were just talking about how I lived in an odd village
Yeah.
with kids with big heads and all that, right? And what I wanted to do,
What is that again? There's two kids with big heads.
yeah, they just had sort of big heads and webbed hands and that. They went to my school, and when I spoke to my dad the other day, because I'm going to see my mum and dad tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, have we got any school photographs with the big-headed kids in? And he said, no, nobody bought those sort of school photos because they were in it, so it was always a bit ruined. So I said, well, no, he said sales were, because he obviously talked to other dads and stuff like that, and he just said, oh, no one bought them. But anyway, so
I would love them.
Yeah.
That's why I'd buy them.
yeah, but I wouldn't stand out, would I? If
And
it's on
that's
the
saying something.
mantelpiece.
Yeah, well.
But anyway, so I was talking about,
When you say they had big heads, what do you mean? Do they look like someone from Doctor Who?
they were just quite big.
But they weren't related.
No.
So why did two blokes with big heads and webbed feet?
I lived in a weird area. There was a chemical plant close by.
I can't believe you've never told us that before. That explains a lot. Not just the freaks in your neighbourhood, but
No, there was loads of weird stuff going on. There was this, like I said, there was this woman who used to like live in one of the council flats, right? And she had a three-wheeled sort of big, what do you call it?
Son, three-wheeled son. He was the weirdest bloke we ever knew.
What do you call it? Like a big tricycle, but for an adult rather than one for a kid. It was
Yeah.
a big
It
one.
wasn't a motorbike though. It was a
No, it was a push bike thing.
Right, yeah.
And she used to sort of ride down the road with a fella sat in the basket
on the back with his like legs dangling over, and they'd be going to like the pub and what have you.
Was it a different fella each time or the same one?
Yeah, same little sort of bald-headed fella.
So it wasn't collection for like organs and things. Bring out your ill. And then people just throw Grandad just in the back and go, right, we get £4 for Grandad.
But she's
He's got a lovely pair of testicles on him. They're very low, but they're
Bring out your dead or nearly dead.
She used to pick on her husband quite a lot. They'd be in the pub and what have you, and they'd be sat by themselves, but she'd always be sort of, having a go at him, moaning at him, sort of pushing him about and that. So my dad and his mate, right, they went round to their house, knocked on the door, she answered, and he said he was a copper, right? He said, Detective Pilkington, gonna come in and have a word.
So I'm just going to make a note of impersonating a police officer.
Yeah, but for the good, he went in and sort of said, now, I've heard,
superhero.
Yeah.
I've heard, you picking on your husband a lot.
Yeah.
We'll be keeping an eye on you. Do it again, and there'll be trouble. And she backed off after that. She was all right.
And how was the husband? Was he still in the basket though? Was he allowed to ever sort of like ride up front with her? Or was he just always in the bar?
She'd sort of stopped picking on him in public places and stuff.
That's good.
Just
You can't get done, can you, just for doing that?
I think impersonating a police officer.
Well, you
is a
probably
criminal
did.
offence.
There was no gain. I think you can't impersonate a police officer full stop, but I think they'd probably be lenient on him that he was, But let's face it. He's not going to be caught because why would anyone know about it? It's not like his son's going to say it on a radio station, is it? And stitch him right up.
Is this something you did generally? Kind of a little bit of light vigilante work?
Just whatever, him and his mate, just, if they saw something going on, they go, what can we do?
Sure.
What little scam can we do, or whatever.
That's fantastic.